And it says we're starting streaming. Welcome to Original Box Set's live broadcast of the second Shadowrun session. We have with us Sarah. Wave Sarah. John. Jay. Rhett. Gassy. And Max. The Game Master. Hi, everybody. All right,
You're not the Game Master. The cat is. GM Cat, where are you? Come on, we need you. We need you to start. Oh, God. Come on, yes. You're the Game Master.
Yeah, the Game Master cat. So we've been kind of doing that. She's been sitting with me as I work on gaming material. She doesn't do it. I work on it. I don't know what's going on.
She just called you a fucking liar.
Fraggin' liar. We're playing Shadowrun now. The word is fraggin'.
Whatever. She doesn't know that.
Oh, we're going to need to teach it to her. Okay, so a couple adjustments need to be made to the storyline. We are currently with the group as they're driving through the tunnel on I-5 heading toward Redmond. I had said Renton beforehand, but we're changing it to Redmond. Redmond downtown area.
Wait. You can't say downtown and Redmond.
No. See, Redmond is a district of Seattle, and it has a downtown as well. It's pretty shitty.
Right, well, that sounds confusing.
Okay, well, I'll just say Redmond because it confuses you.
That would be best for everyone involved.
All right. So you guys are heading toward the Redmond area. A couple of things that we are changing. It doesn't really discuss it in the literature, but I'm just going to say that a huge section of I-5 and part of I-405 are tunnels, like an expressway. So that's why you guys are in a tunnel right now, and if you actually look at maps of Seattle, there are tunnels, and it's kind of cool, but for more dramatic kind of like scenes and stuff, we're going to have a lot of freaking tunnel. The tunnel will stretch underneath all of the downtown area, as well as going a tunnel that stretches up to a bridge and then goes over to Council Island, which, if you have any history knowledge of the Shadowrun universe, you'll know that Council Island is an actual other territory. If you guys go through that area, you have to have some pretty good clearance to get off on Council Island, so I wouldn't. They'll be upset about that. And so, in our story, the group is heading to Redmond because they're going to a church. A Methodist church there. You would have been taking like Highway 405 all the way around, but there's construction work and Gears wants to drive the group through non-slow construction work areas. Unfortunately, it led to the current situation.
Oh good, yay!
So avoid construction and being bottlenecked into a single file line down a highway where bad things could happen, or be bottlenecked in a tunnel, so lose-lose situation. The next thing that I'm going to change about the previous story information, which this is my mistake, the church you guys are going to is a Methodist church, not a Presbyterian, and not a church that is revolving around the Brotherhood. Now, the church previously was part of the Brotherhood, few decades back, but then it all got burnt down for some reason. No one really knows why, or burnt up on the inside. And now it's been remodeled, and, it's now a Methodist church. Let's see what else. Yes. The last thing, doing a little bit of research, the guy who is driving the Pinto, I had given him a name like Josh something another. And
Josh Brolin.
Yeah, and then I realized that he's actually a pretty cool guy. He's playing Thanos in the Marvel series movies. I thought this was a randomly generated name. I was wrong. So to Josh Brolin out there, I'm sorry. I don't want to turn you into the kind of the slimy little off-the-wall kind of character. I think you're pretty cool. So I'm going to change the name to be more historic. The human, who is a wannabe orc driving the little Pinto, is named Jiffy. And this is actually reflecting onto Uncle Dunkazon's will, because Uncle Dunkazon loved Jiffy Pop. So his nickname, or this character's name, is going to be Jiffy. So, reference for back material, when Zamora, you worked for Arcadia, Jiffy was somebody who worked in the office with you. And yes, he still believed that he was an orc, or what they refer to as a trans-metahuman. He was born human, but he's actually meant to be an orc. And he's orc inside, so he wears fake tusks.
Nice.
All right, those are the erratas from the previous game. I don't have really anything else. We clarified that Gears is got a Dalmatian that is he has brought with him, and at the end of the last session, the Dalmatian was what he launched off from the top of his vehicle as everything was getting started.
Yes.
Before we begin, has anybody got anything in particular they want to do a quick say about before we jump into combat? Raise your hand, wave a little. No. We're all good. So let's set the scene. It is January. You guys have just shot into the tunnel. It is a slight, slushy, snowy rain coming down outside, so it's cold. The van is in the rear. And then in front of the van, there is a small off-white colored Pinto that is bumper to bumper with the van and being pushed at this point in time, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And you are driving.
I am driving.
You are driving it. And then in front of the Pinto is the blue car. And I don't remember, did we decide it was going to be a Camaro, a Charger, or what?
I'm okay with Camaro.
All right, so it's a form of older Camaro that is in front. It's blue and the supercharger and all that good stuff. In the van, at the back door has been opened, and Odysseus is hanging on to a strap that's attached to one of the the structural shelving in the back. So, and you have one of your gun drawn. Okay, and Zamora is currently thrown herself to the bed of the van and is now trying to get her rifle out of her case and get it prepped to shoot out the back of the van as well, correct? All right. And in the front car, oh, I forgot. Sonny, did you pull in from the driver's seat? Are you keeping both hands on the wheel, or did you intend to draw a gun out and have one ready as bullets started to fly?
Oh no, I gave my gun to Nick so he can use it.
That's right. Nick's
Yes.
in the passenger seat of
Yes.
the van. Okay. In the Camaro, you, Gears, are driving, but you kind of wanted to, I think it was, slip in and start controlling your drone or something along those lines?
I just thought about it. Like the drone I can have it programmed to like shoot at them, right? Without being simmed in, right?
That is correct. You can tell it to pilot itself.
Then if I cold sim, can I still do bodily movements?
I think the answer is no. You can only do bodily actions while you are in AR. Simming in, cold sim allows you to do a few things. Your reaction speed is increased, and you take stun damage. Hot simmed in, you take physical damage, and you get a lot of bonuses to do stuff.
Because I want to be able to shoot a gun I want to be able to pull my own gun out and shoot it out the window. So I can't cold sim if I do that, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so that's what I want to do. In fact, there was next to me out the window, there's a biker and his girlfriend showing me his boobs.
Yep.
Her boobs.
Yeah.
I want to pull my gun out and shoot them.
Right, and they had sped slightly forward. He's tossing a Molotov cocktail in front of your Camaro.
Right.
All right, and on the other side of the vehicle, Rhett was pulling off the section of roof,
T-top, yes.
the T-top, so that he can stand up. And we were assuming that you have pulled off the T-top section, and you are currently standing in the seat of the Camaro. That just to kind of clarify where everyone is at.
1 foot on the dashboard.
1 foot on the dashboard. I have to check something real quick. Zamora, your lifestyle is low.
Yeah.
Okay. That means I'm just trying to gauge what grids you have access to for use if you decide to do any hacking. And Gears, your lifestyle is low as well?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was squatting and then I went up to low.
Yep. I have found out and decided that your lifestyle helps determine what grid you're going to have access to. And as for the two of you both being in low lifestyle, you're both going to have easy access to the public grid. You're going to have to, if you want to move onto a different grid, you're going to have to break into it. So keep that in mind. You might want to increase your lifestyle if you don't want to be suffering that dice pool penalty from being on the public grid. All right. So we're going to start off with an initiative.
Yes.
Everybody gets initiative. Did you remember your
Yes.
spell? Okay, good. And we will write down initiatives.
Yes.
Do you want to do that? You need to.
I can do it.
Awesome.
Holy awesome.
$11.
Hold on. Getting my stuff together. So?
Odysseus has 23.
And Zoe? What does she have?
I don't know yet.
Okay. And Rhett? Or Pollux, I should say.
$13.
Alright, 11 plus 12 is also 23. And how many bad guy groups are we doing?
There was a bike next to the van, a bike next to the Camaro, and 3 bikes behind, if I remember correctly. So it would be a total of 5 bikes. Did I get that wrong? Were there 6?
There were 6.
There were 6. Okay, so we're going to do...
But there's some that we haven't seen. I think that's part of the 6.
That's true. That's true at the other end. Okay, so we're going to do 3 groups. Group number 1 has a 12. Group number 2 has an 11. And group number 3 has an 8.
Okay. Alright, so Odysseus and Sunny have the same initiative, but Odysseus is probably going to go first.
Alrighty then. If you're not currently speaking, make sure to have your microphone muted. And we start off with Odysseus at the top of the initiative.
Okay. I believe that coming up towards the back of the van, there was a motorcycle with a sidecar that had like a big machine gun mounted to it. Is that correct?
Yep, AK-97.
And then there was another one that had a shotgun welded to the front.
That is correct. A Defiance T250.
What was the third motorcycle armed with?
Nothing.
Are they in like a flying goose formation?
That is
Or-
correct.
All right, and so I'll take out the point.
Okay. Alright, so for the beginning, we need to arrange distances. From the van, the range is to the motorcycles that are coming up to the rear is medium. I do believe. Let me check my chart that I copied from Run and Gun. By the way, thank Rhett for having that. Yeah, we'll say that's medium range. And medium range will apply a -1 modifier to your shooting. You are currently firing out of a moving vehicle. That gives you another modifier as well. Attacking from a moving vehicle is another -2 modifier. So you're looking at a -3 to shoot the lead vehicle.
Okay, sorry, I was setting up my dice calculator. I'm gonna go ahead and do 3-round burst. Do their helmets look armored, or are they just standard motorcycle helmets? Or...
Standard.
Okay, and they've got like armored leather jackets on, I think it was.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do a called shot for his head then.
Okay.
For the
Okay.
3-round burst.
All right, that you lose 4 more dice for that. Okay.
2 successes.
All right. 3-round burst. Gives him a loss of 2 dice to his defense. So he's got 7 dice. He loses 2 for trying to dodge out of the way. Gives him 5. Where's my numbers? That worked? Yeah. Ooh. 1 success. So you got 1 success to hit him in the head.
So that hits?
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
Perfect.
And this is
Okay,
in
so
group 1.
my base damage is 7. So I add 1 to that, so that's 8, and then something extra for his head.
Yes. It's 2 extra dice for a call shot. So
Okay, so 10 damage.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10 damage. What's the armor piercing value of your gun?
0.
Okay. His armor value is 9, so you beat his armor value. So it means it's going to be physical damage. And he gets to roll his modified armor value of 9 plus his body. Worth those 10 points. So he gets 13 dice to roll. Make sure I'm doing that right. Yep. Bam! 5. So 5 points of damage to his noggin. Alright, so you write that down for me?
How many are in group 1?
There are 3 in group 1.
And which one took damage?
We'll say number 1 took 5.
Okay.
So it's a nice spray of bullets. One grazes him in the helmet as he's trying to like maneuver his bike to stay out of the way, dodging and weaving, trying to get behind the plating that's on the front of it. And that is that sucked. It's a simple action to fire a burst, semi-automatic burst like you just did. So you still have another simple action.
Okay. Can I do another 3-round burst aimed at his torso, like center mass kind of thing?
Yes. Remember, these next 3 rounds are going to suffer more recoil problems.
Right. It'll be -3, which I've got a recoil compensation, I think, of 2, so I'll take a -1.
So you have a recoil of 2. What's your strength score?
Oh, right. My strength score is 3.
So it's another 1, so that's 3. And you get an automatic 1, so 4. The first 4 bullets are free. So at this time, you're only going to lose 2. Since
Okay.
you're not calling shot. And all the other modifiers, you're going to lose 6 in total from your dice pool for this shot.
Okay.
Since you're doing center of mass. Two successes, he gets his 5 again, but he loses another one because he's been wounded, so he's down to 4. He gets no successes. In fact, he fails. We'll give you an extra 2 points of damage. So you get 2 plus your 8, that's 10. You didn't call shot, so it's 10 to him. It's still greater than, so he's got a 13 minus the 1. Actually, no, it's 15 minus the 1. And he's rolling with 12 dice. He stops 4, takes 11. Brrr, your second 3-round burst into his chest takes him off his motorcycle.
Okay, so he's out.
Out.
Okay.
Does his motorcycle veer into anybody else's?
No. At this point in time during this combat phase, it is technically still moving in the same direction. It'll take a moment, at least one combat round before it becomes uncontrolled and then starts kind of like flip-flopping all over the place. All right, so the next person up is...
Sunny.
All right.
And somebody started shooting, so she's freaking out right now.
Okay.
Yeah. She's just like
That's
white knuckling
right.
the steering wheel, and she's like, straight line, I can do this. Keep my eyes open. Gotta keep my eyes open.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot what happens when that... do you remember?
That means that my initiative is halved,
Uh-huh.
I think.
Yeah, it says, on the first initiative test, the character divides their initiative score by half. In subsequent phases, character may roll the normal initiative. Paralysis also gives you a -3 dice pool on surprise tests.
Okay.
So, yeah, you go from whatever you were at to half.
Okay. Yeah, so she's down to, I guess we'll say 12.
Okay.
Yeah. Really, it's 11.5, but still.
But, so that's your first actual action this round will be taken at 12.
Yes.
All right. Who's next then?
Who's next is Pollux at a 13.
Yeehaw.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Before we do that, I have to remember that everything is reduced by 1. So now it's actually Odysseus and Pollux at 13.
Yes, because Odysseus has a pretty damn high initiative.
Yeah.
So do we want... Let's just let Pollux go, and then Odysseus can take his next turn.
Okay. Well, standing up in the car, I'm going to cast an acid wave or toxin wave at the bike that's been throwing Molotov cocktails at our front end.
Okay. Is that a direct or indirect spell?
It's indirect. It's an area effect.
Okay. So you're going to acid
Basically
wave.
splashing them with a wave of acid and see what happens to their bike.
So you're going to need to pick a force rating.
Let's see. Let's do force rating of 8.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
force.
I got a magic of 6, so I'm only going over by 2. It's not that bad.
Yeah. And your initiate as well. Remember that?
Yeah. So 11 dice. Oh, give me some love. 6 successes. Burn, bastards, burn!
All right, so they get a reaction plus intuition to get out of the way. And that's 7 dice. He doesn't have too much chance here. The passenger doesn't have that option because she doesn't have the ability to control the bike. You know, I think it probably would be reaction plus drive, but we're going to stick with reaction intuition. 3 successes, reducing it from 6 down to a 3. Does it have any armor-piercing value?
It actually corrodes through armor. It eats armor.
You're right, it reduces the actual armor value, but because it says that... Okay, yeah.
It doesn't have a piercing effect, but it has an ongoing effect where it actually melts and damages their armor, slowly burning it.
So the damage of the spell is force plus net hits, so that's 8 plus 3 is 11, with an armor-piercing value equal to negative the force, so its armor-piercing value is an 8 as well, meaning that their armor value is a 1. The damage from the indirect spell is resisted with body plus armor adjusted, so their body is 4, so they resist the spell with 5. And so they're rolling, what did I just say? 11. 5 dice versus 11. Driver, passenger. All right, this is in group number 2, and group number 2 has 3 people as well.
Okay. And do those 2 people count as 2 people or 1 person?
2 people. They're number
Okay.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Thank
Yeah.
you.
3 is alongside the van.
Gotcha. Alright, so what did they get?
Number 1 took 10 points of acid damage, and number 2 took 11 points of acid damage.
Ooh.
Both of them are instantly dissolved. And now we need to roll for the bike as well. Alright, and the bike has an armor of 7 because they've been padded and added on with extra plating. And damage of the spell completely obliterates it, so it only has its body to roll with of 5 dice. It's 12 plus half body, so that's 14 boxes, and it takes 10 boxes. More than half of the motorcycle's gone in a blast of green, vile green Disney-colored bad guy ooze shooting out from your hands.
Pretty much.
All right, now you need to resist the drain.
Yeah, well, it's a force -1.
So that's 7.
Yeah.
And you're hermetic mage.
Yeah.
So it's your...
Logic plus will, right?
That's correct.
That'd be 11 dice. Yeehaw.
Now, if you take any, if you don't get it all, then you take physical damage.
2 success. Wow.
Oh!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice. 6 dice are ones. That's a... Wow.
It's like a critical glitch, man.
I actually don't know what happens here. Please, I apologize. Pause for 1 second while I read something. So you'll be taking a drain value of 8. You only had you'd be taking a drain value of 7. You made 2 successes, so it goes down to a 5.
Maybe.
You know what? We also forgot to take in the fact that there's a background count of 2 here.
Well, I think that
At this point in time, it doesn't
At this
matter.
point, I think that this glitch is the background count. Done fucked up now.
So I might just be passing out right next to Gears in a second. Wave.
Don't worry, man.
Okay, a glitch on a spell might cause extra drain, and they suggest like a +2. Invoke a different elemental effect than was intended. Hit the wrong target, or other bits of mischief that the Game Master can think up. On a critical glitch, the spell could get away from you and cause all sorts of havoc. You might not resist the drain, or you could go off in an unconventional, unpredictable manner and could harm you or your teammate. Again, your Game Master gets to decide what happens. Critical glitch happens when it's half or more, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, this is a critical glitch.
Yeah.
So, you stand up. This is like the first time as being an initiate you've had a chance to actually whip out some serious magic. You're like, I know this, I can do this, I can handle this. You summon the equations in your head, you make the hand gestures, you say the incantation, and you let loose your hands and begin blasting out a wave of vile Disney green toxic acid. It hits the bike, the 2 passengers immediately get dissolved, flesh, blood, bone gets torn away, nothing's left. The bike turns into a mass of nothing. The Molotov cocktail even gets extinguished in the whole event. You're hitting barriers and whatnot. You try to cancel the spell, but it doesn't happen. Your hands begin kind of flailing as it's starting to push you back. As it starts oozing down your arms and catching your arms covered in acid, causing the physical burn and damage. You try to cancel the spell out, and as you fall into the car, you not only spray like the barricade, the ceiling of the tunnel, some parts of Gear's vehicle as well. You fall into the seat, and your hands are burning. And I'm going to say you've taken 7 points of physical damage at this point in time. How many physical damage can your character take?
I can take 11.
11. So we're 4 away.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and make a bod plus willpower check versus 7 hits.
Another 11 dice. Look at
Awesome. More than
that. I hate this thing.
it's fine. 2 means that you're still conscious. You are going to be suffering -2 dice to all your actions and cast.
Oh wait, hold on.
What's wrong?
We have a rule person.
A rule
Yeah.
person.
Egan, actually.
Oh,
More than
hello.
half without any successes is a critical glitch. So this was just a glitch.
This was just a glitch.
So, but we can still have fun with it.
I'm still going to have fun with it. Then I'm going to say you're still going to take damage. This is still a glitch, so you're going to take the 7 damage. No damage to your gear, no damage to Gear's car, but you do obliterate the motorcycle to 2 passengers and a small section of the barricade inside of the expressway of I-5. You
You're
know what?
very lucky.
Also, this fumes and everything spraying. You can see this, so it's like this jet of green, and it begins scouring all over the front of the van and the car between you. And you can see the car in front of you. Paint job is starting to peel off.
Oh no!
As the the van that you're driving, automatic windshield wipers kick on and start doing this, and they're smoking. The windshield wipers are smoking as this stuff is hitting it. You've all seen like a hose break and it's like spewing everywhere. All right.
But there's nothing on my car, right?
Yeah, the car's fine. I like the car. I don't want to damage the car. I'll damage the Pinto with Jiffy in it. All right. All right, Odysseus. It's now your turn.
So, would shooting the motorcycle itself with stick and shock ammo affect either the motorcycle or the rider?
If you shoot the motorcycle with stick and shock ammo, yes, it will affect the motorcycle. It's not going to carry like an electrical charge through into the rider, though.
How much easier is it to hit the motorcycle than the rider? Like, is it like less of a...
Honestly, game mechanics wise, the rider has 1 less dice to evade when you shoot at the bike. Also, the damage is automatically physical damage when you shoot electrical at a vehicle, unless they're hardened against it. So you'll do more damage to the bike if you stick and shock it.
Okay. I guess I'll stick and shock the bike with the shotgun on it.
All right. So is this an ammo change or a weapons
No.
change?
It's a weapons change. I'm gonna drop the SMG because it's on a tether, and I'm gonna pull out my pistol and stick and shock the bike with the shotgun.
Okay. You have successfully every single round fired a bullet, so the recoil is supposed to like affect this. If I remember the rules correctly, you're supposed to suffer a penalty at this point in time, but I think because changing guns means that the recoil resets for you. So we're going to go with that.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is too. All right, so call shot for the vehicle. They get to do their drive in reaction to avoid it.
And so I get a -2 because it's moving.
You get a -2 because you're firing from a moving vehicle.
Okay.
Oh. 6 successes.
Oh wow, that's nice. 4 plus 2, 6 dice to try to avoid this. 2 successes. Half of them are 1s, so yeah.
What's a critical success in this game?
There isn't one.
There isn't?
No.
Maybe if you get all 6s.
That would be pretty awesome.
Let's go with that. So when that happens, we'll figure out what that means.
All right, so you got 6 successes. He drives and gets 2 to kind of get out of the way. He does glitch because half, or at least 1s. So you get 4 successes for damage. Your stick and shocks do how much?
It's 8 electrical.
So 8 plus 4 is 12. What's the armor piercing value for those?
That's -5.
All right, the armor value on the bike is 7. So there's 2 there, plus its bot of 5, so it's got 7 dice versus 12 points. 4 successes versus 12. 8 points of damage to the motorcycle under number 2.
So...
in group 1, number 2, the motorcycle just took 8 points of damage.
Does that count for the person? Because that's what I'm not sure of.
No,
Like,
it doesn't.
How do I write that down?
Draw a line underneath the number 2. Like, give some space. let's do it like this. Kind of for note-taking purposes, and put an M there, and 8.
Okay.
So was that a single, like, one shot?
Yeah, that was just a single shot, and I don't know if I get another since I drew this weapon.
I don't think you do. We shall check real quick.
Yeah, actually, my Mr. Mishu suit has a quick draw holster in it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that would be counted as a free action. Now, quick draws counts as a simple action. So, yes, you can quick draw and fire one time.
Okay, but can't fire twice.
That's correct.
Okay. Then that's all for this round.
All right.
Okay.
Make sure to adjust their initiatives.
So now it's group 1. And
All
there's
right.
one motorcycle that is riderless right now in group 1, and one that is pretty messed up.
Okay. All right, so motorcycle number 2 in the back has was the lead motorcycle with the shotgun. That was the guy you Uzi'd into his head and into his chest. And the one with the sidecar is motorcycle number 3.
No, it's in group 2.
No, it's not this guy right here.
Okay.
This is the guy alongside of the van.
Okay.
These are the guys behind the van.
Okay.
So, he's going to open fire with his gun on the side. Since he's trying to drive at the same time.
Alright, I have a question then. Is
Go ahead.
this motorcycle carrying these 2 people?
No.
Okay.
The motorcycle that has the sidecar does not have a person in it.
Okay, gotcha.
It's an empty sidecar.
Gotcha.
It's been modified just to hold the gun mounted there.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to use a simple action to get a sensor lock onto the back of the vehicle with his mounted gun. Ta-da! Perception plus his intuition. So it's 5 dice. Sensor is his limit. And the motorcycle sensor is a 2. Yay, 1 success. Which means he has a lock onto the vehicle. Net hits on sensor tests are negative dice to defense rolls versus being locked on. Alright, he's not actually picking you out, John. He's just, got a lock on the van and he's opening fire. And so he's spraying into the back of the van where you and Zamora are at as much as possible, hoping that he can hit both of you at the same time.
Okay.
I forgot to write down my AK-97 stats. Burst fire! Yep, there it is. Accuracy of 5. Actually, yeah. Once he's got a... Yeah, he's going to burst fire into the van as soon as I can find it. There we go. Burst fire. Minus 2 dice. Can we do that? We can do that. Full auto instead. Lots of bullets. Lots of bullets are good. Into the back of the van. And it's a simple action, so he will full auto into the van now that he's got a lock on it. The van will lose 5 dice for defense. So a total of 6 dice, and you're the driver, so you're the one who gets to defend about being shot at.
Oh, good. So I roll 6 dice?
You lose 6 dice. You're going to be using your reaction plus your drive.
I don't have that.
You're on drive?
No.
So it's just going to be your reaction.
Yeah.
So this is default, so you lose 1 dice from your action. Do you have any dice at this point in time?
I have 2 dice.
After losing all that, your reaction.
Oh, wait, what?
Your reaction. You lose 6 dice because he's got a lock on
then
and
no,
spraying.
no, I don't.
Okay.
Sorry,
then,
I thought you asked if after I subtracted 1. Never mind. So
okay,
now I have none.
Then it automatically defaults to the autopilot going, you don't know what you're doing, and jerking and trying to avoid
I'm just
being
trying to
shot
keep it
at.
in a straight line, and now the car is trying to get away from me.
Okay, so yeah, the autopilot's trying. So you're trying to hold control. The autopilot's trying to. I'm being shot at. So the guy's gonna do some damage. Basically, I'm gonna roll some dice, and he's gonna do some damage to the van. Oh, 8 dice. Woohoo! Look at him go. 4. Plus 10, 14. What's the armor value on your van there, Jay?
Do I get any... Sorry. Do I get any bonus for my increased reflexes? I don't know if that's going to make up for anything at this point.
No, because it doesn't change your reaction stat, does it? I think it changes your initiative.
12.
Oh, okay.
12?
That was
Yes.
that was pretty much the reason why I cast that in the first place.
Well, I mean, what does it give you a plus to?
I don't know.
Well,
You have the book.
okay, well, let me look it up then. And can I look up one thing at a
Yes.
time, though? Thank you. Reaction. Increase reaction. Gives you a +1 to target initiative and a +1 dice for every 2 hits. So it doesn't increase your reaction, increases your initiative and gives you extra dice for determining initiative.
Oh.
So, the armor penetration value is 2. The value of the armor is 12, so that goes down to 10. He's doing 14. What's the body of the van?
16.
So you got 26 dice to avoid 14 points of damage. Do you want her to roll, or do you want to roll?
I'll roll.
All right, roll 26 dice.
26 dice, and there's 6s. 7.
All right, so the van takes 7 points of damage. This does not exceed all the body and the box of the van itself, so no bullets really go in. But you guys on the inside, glass is breaking, bullets are coming through at this point in time. This guy is really opening fire. The van's body is 16. Divide that number by 2. That's 8. 8 plus 12. The van has a total of 20 hit points. It just took 7 of its 20.
Okay.
Your van's getting shot up. All right.
Now it's Sunny's turn.
Actually, guy on electrified bike is going to take a pot shot at John's character.
Uh-huh.
John, he's shooting specifically at you in the van.
I forgot there was 2.
Yeah,
My bad.
that's fine. He loses 2 dice from firing from vehicle. John, you get 3 dice. You gain 3 dice to defend while being in the van. All right, so he's got 8 dice to work from, and he's firing his Browning pistol. Single action, bang, bang. So he's trying to shoot at John's character here. 8 dice. Where's my 8? There's my 8. So the first roll, 4, John. Oh wait,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
1 success.
Oh, hang on. I have to re-roll it. I was supposed to have lost 2 dice. 1 success. All right, so you're fine. And his second shot at you. Actually, yeah. Second shot at you. 4 successes. Much better.
Do I roll again also to defend?
Yes. 6 successes. All right. So pretty much what happens is as you've sprayed into one dude, swapped out guns, pulled out, stick and shock the guy's bike. He's fighting for control. He's firing randomly at you. You're like, yeah, I got these 2 guys, and the other guy floors it, starts coming up behind, and you see the gun in the passenger car start going, and you're like, oh shit! And you jump behind. Bullets start passing through inside the van, and like tools and whatnot behind your head, or you hear pinking noise.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
you know who we didn't roll initiative for was Nick.
You know what? We didn't. Let's squeeze him in somehow.
Probably 1 dice.
A D6 plus 6.
12.
All right, so he
So
would be
he's
going.
now.
He would be going now after your turn.
No, actually before my turn.
You want Nick to go before your turn?
Yeah. Okay.
Since he's on the passenger side, there's a guy on the other side of you. He's going to step past you, pushing the window button, and just holding your gun out and shooting at this guy.
Okay.
Yelling "F you, mother fragger" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
that's okay.
what gun do you have that he's
The
using?
machete.
Okay.
Security 600. Yeah.
All right. He's been in the criminal business for a while, so we're gonna say his pistol skills are 8 because he's a rather good shot.
Okay.
Because you got to be able to shoot and kill people.
Right. So what does that mean?
And we're gonna say his agility is about a 4, so he's got 12 dice to work with.
Jesus. Do you want to just roll in there?
Yes. All right. So 12 dice. He loses 2 because he's inside of a vehicle, and he's shooting at the guy. Does it have a laser sight on it?
I don't think so.
What does it say for the accuracy? 6, 7. Okay, yeah. So most successes you can get is 7. He gets 4. The guy on the motorcycle next to you guys is going to roll his 7 dice to defend. He gets 2, so 2 successes. What's the damage of the gun?
7.
Okay, so 7 plus 2 is 9. That equals the armor. Is there armor piercing value for the fichette?
No.
No, so it's even Steven. It's just going to be stun damage.
Okay.
So he gets 13 dice to defend with against the 9 that he did. Driver then will take 6 points of stun, and this is this guy right here.
Okay.
He takes 6 points of stun, and then Nick will shoot him again.
Okay.
So once again, 10 dice. Oh, I'm going up, not down. 10 dice, 5 successes this time. The guy gets 7 to defend with. Oh no, wait, he took 6, so he doesn't get. He gets not 7, but 5 to defend with. 3 successes. So 2 plus 7 is 9 again. So he gets to roll his 13 minus 2, 11 dice. 3 more versus the 9, so another 6.
12 stun.
12 stun, yeah. So he opens it up and begins firing rapidly with the Fichette pistol you handed him, and hits the guy hard enough a couple of times that he starts fighting with the bike at this point in time.
Okay.
Because he's well beyond the amount of stun you can take.
Can I take the opportunity to steer the van into the motorcycle?
Oh yeah, you want to ram him with the vehicle?
Yeah.
All right. Sure. It's on your initiative, right?
Yes. Also, she's subconsciously trying to move away from Nick as he's probably like almost in groping distance.
Yeah,
Beyond groping distance.
I would say
Yeah.
he's in groping distance, and we're talking about Nick here.
Exactly. So.
I mean, given a chance, the next thing you would expect is him to accidentally slip and fall into your lap
Right.
while trying to back up. I lost my notes. I wrote them all down. There's that. Check. There's that. Check. I wrote down stuff on rounding. Oh, here it is. Your vehicle plus reaction.
Okay. So reaction?
And do you have drive?
No, I already told you I don't.
Okay, so you're rolling your reaction. You lose 1 dice because you don't have drive skill.
No.
No successes? Alright, so you begin trying to drive into the guy, but he's swerving enough at this point in time, it makes it difficult.
Okay.
And at the same time, you're trying to keep the car in front of you going forward.
Okay.
While poor Jiffy is trying to figure out what life means at this time.
Alright. So after that, it's Gears and Group 2.
Alright, so we'll move to Gears.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The one that threw the Molotov on me, he's dead now, right? He was killed by the acid.
Yes.
And in front of me, are there any?
At this point in time, no.
So they're all behind me.
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible for me to sim into their bikes?
You would need to get some marks on them, and that is a matrix maneuver. Their bikes are throwbacks. If they have Wi-Fi on them, you're not seeing any icons at this point in time. Either they're stealthed, not wireless at this point, or throwbacks.
Okay, that's fine. Then I guess I'll just have my drone turn around and go back there and start shooting at them.
All right, so currently
Both guns.
both guns. So the drone is going to, as it's picked up and started flying, it's just going to do a quick air brake to get behind them and try to.
Well, I was going to have it turn and face them.
All right, so it's just going to try to fly backwards and fire at them that
Fly
way.
backwards, yes.
Okay, we can do that. You're going to be required to do a vehicle plus.
And I guess I'll hot sim in for this.
So you're going to autopilot the car you're in right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell back to the people in the van, the new guy's not doing so well.
Alrighty then. Hot simming in is great. You get an extra dice to control the drone. I'm trying to see what it takes to actually hot sim in. If it's an instant action and stuff like that. I don't see it on the list. No. Matrix actions, connection. I know where the page is at. I can find it real quick. Here we go.
Yes. No.
Changing modes. That's what it's called. Aha, that's why. Okay. Basics. Change icons.
Engine device mode.
Simple action to activate, deactivate, and change the mode on any device with a simple switch or virtual button. Ta-da! Good catch. Where is that listed at? Under simple action. So it is a simple action, and it is a complex action to actually fire the gun. So you would only have a simple action at this point in time once you actually rigged in, hot simmed into your vehicle. So you could rig in, you could hot sim in, turn it around, and that's about all you have going at this point in time. You can't actually open fire.
But if he doesn't hot sim in, he can fire it?
Yes, you can tell it to open fire itself.
I guess I'll do that then. I won't hot sim in.
Okay. Now you can guide it with like doing a sensory test, telling it, hey, shoot at that, or you can tell it to do it itself. What do you want to do?
Guiding it gives me bonus dice?
No, it doesn't give you bonus dice. It's your dice or its dice. Because remember, it has a dog brain style computer that can help it pick out targets and stuff like that.
My dice or its dice? And what am I looking at? Agility?
Yours is going to be gunnery plus logic.
I think I'll use mine.
And then it would be using its pilot plus clear sight program.
Yeah, I think I'll use mine.
All right.
So I'm just gonna tell it to fire at. Well, I want it to spray, like everything behind it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. This is an active targeting, so it's perception plus intuition.
Okay, I don't have perception. My intuition's not the best, so then I'll just use his.
All right. Okay. I apologize. There's two types of targeting. The one's called passive targeting, where you just like
Mhm.
you're clicking, going shoot that one, shoot that one. And that is passive. Active targeting is where you've taken control and you're telling it where to shoot. So you want to do the passive targeting, which is gunnery and logic. Is that
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and the AK-97 has single shot, semi-automatic, full burst, and which one did you want to do?
Full burst.
All the bullets. Okay. Full burst is a -2 to his defense pool. No, sorry, full auto would be a -5 to his defense pool, and you get to roll your gunnery plus logic with the limit of the sensors of your drone. Do you know what the sensors on your drone is?
Um,
3. The answer is 3.
okay.
So you roll gunnery and logic?
Yeah, gunnery and logic, you said? Yes. So that's 11, so you want me to roll that?
Yes, please.
Just the 11? I don't get any bonuses for... Okay.
You don't get any bonuses, but because you're using the public grid, you do lose 2 dice.
So it's 9.
9 dice you get to roll.
3 successes.
The most you can get, so that's 3 successes to hit. He loses 5 dice for his defense. He's got 7, so he goes down to 2. He gets 2. You get 1 success. That's 11 points of damage, greater than his armor, so he gets a body of 4. Oh wait, what's
Is
the
there
armor
only one
piercing
guy
value?
left?
No, there's 2 guys that are behind the vehicle.
Okay.
So armor piercing of 2 brings them from a 9 to a 7. 7 is 11. 11 points versus 11. Three. All right, so this guy here
Number
is
3?
going to take 8.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Alright, so that's gears. That means it's group 2.
Who do we have left in group 2? That's the guy who's stunned
The
on
guy
the
who's
side.
stunned.
All right, his body is 4. Where's that at? Full auto. Acid damage. Damage. Nope. Nope. There we go. Make a body. Okay, that's alright. No successes. Okay, so after taking that much stun,
That's a critical glitch.
yes, it is. So after taking that much stun from the flechette rounds from the side of the head and whatnot, he's not very cognitive to keep on the bike and continue driving. So he's just going to tumble off to one side. He's out of the combat.
Okay.
So that ends group 2.
If it's a critical glitch, would it be something like even more fantastic?
Oh yeah. That's true. Okay, so as Nick leans to one side, getting up in your face, and you're trying to fight to get away from him and run this guy into the railing. The guy's trying to remain as conscious as possible as Nick's spraying into him. He fights for a minute, and instead of getting rammed by the van because you swerve back to make sure the Pinto doesn't go anywhere, he goes into the side railing, pops up, flies over, motorcycle goes to one side, and he goes underneath the van anyways.
Ka-choo.
So yeah.
Ouch. Okay. Alright, so that's the end of group 2, so they're out. And now it's oh, I'm sorry. That was the wrong one. And then Zoe is next. There is
One guy behind the van.
2.
2 guys behind the van, yes.
Yeah.
Do any of them have like the gun mounts, or is that guy gone?
The guy who's got the AK-97 going da 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 da. Yeah, he's still up, and he's still spraying into the back of the van.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay,
It's this guy.
you lose 2 dice because you're firing from a moving vehicle. You got 3 successes.
Awesome.
Has he taken any damage?
Yes,
Yes, he
8.
has. So he's lost 2 dice. So he's at 5. He makes 3 successes. You level your gun. You begin, and he's da 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 da, and you pow, and he like swerves his motorcycle as the shot ricochets off the front of the armored vehicle. His because the motorcycles have plates on the front of them. That's a single action shot. You can take another one if you want, because those are simple.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, that one clips him for a point of damage. What actually? It's your damage plus 1.
$13 damage.
Damn. What do you have an armor
Yeah.
piercing value on that?
Yeah,
Of what?
next 6.
3 plus 4 is 7. He loses 2. So he's at 5. The 13. He's got 5 dice to resist 13. So he takes 11.
So that's 19.
Yeah,
total.
out of his 10, he's gone.
Okay.
So the guy firing the high automatic spray is no longer with us.
Okay. Zoe does not have any more actions this round.
No.
And so that would be group 3 is at an 8.
They're at the other end of the tunnel, so they're on their way in this direction.
Okay. So then that's their round. Then it's between Odysseus and Pollux.
Alex can go before me again. That's fine.
Works for me. Is gear still simmed in at this point?
No, he didn't actually do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So while I'm laying on my back, I'm gonna turn over the gears and like, wasn't that awesome? My hands are like
that
smoldering
awesome?
slightly.
If you say so, dude.
I'm gonna cast a healing spell on myself, obviously. -2 from the wounds I've already taken.
What force rating are you going to choose?
6.
Force rating 6.
Yep. 11 dice, force rating 6. Peace and love. Ah!
All right.
Nice.
So I do believe that's a really awesome roll.
That is a really awesome roll. Look at all those 6s.
I know.
So 6 hits would be 6 points of damage that you're healed effectively.
That's
And then the resist drain is force -4, so it would be 2.
Yep, so you'll end up with only 1 physical damage. So yes, as he's sitting there holding like smoldering hands in front of him, he forces some gestures out, and suddenly the black, burnt gooiness falls off, disappears, and his hands look a lot better,
they look fresh.
like baby
Right.
hands.
Yeah, I like new hands. New hands are always good. Let's resist that drain.
Of 2.
Get 2. So. There we
You
go.
did it!
Almost. Almost didn't.
Just barely survived the traumatic experience.
And Odysseus.
Okay, I will use my pistol with the stick and shock, and I'll take 2 shots at the last biker that's up.
Okay. You lose 2 from shooting from the inside of a moving vehicle. And he's got 7. Is that 8 successes?
Oh, yeah, that's 8 successes.
Wow.
I believe that is a almost critical success.
What's the accuracy on your weapon?
Sadly, oh no, actually, wait, it is 8.
Oh, wow. So you get all your successes.
Yep.
He rolls the fence and gets 3, so 5 plus the damage.
That is 12 total.
12 total damage. This is the armor piercing
wait.
value.
Wait, sorry, it's stick and shock, so it's 11 total.
11 total. And what's the armor piercing value?
5.
5 from the 7 is 2. 2 plus the body of 5 is 7 dice versus 11. Bam! Knocks off 1. So it takes 10 physical damage when you stick and shock the bike the second time, putting it at 18. That's 3 over what the bike can handle. So the bike begins sparking and fizzing, catching on fire. The guy has to make a decision, either ride it out or, dismount.
Okay. All right.
What does he look like he's gonna do?
It's his bike, man. He's going to try to fight with it. You still have another simple action, so if you want to shoot him again, but he's already losing speed technically at this time.
And there aren't any other hostiles I can see, right?
No, but that doesn't mean you can't hear them. Well, no, you probably can't hear them over the noise.
We're making a lot of noise right now.
Yeah, you're making a lot of noise. So no, you cannot visually see any more hostiles.
I'm gonna start looking around the van for some rope or something that I can tie around myself.
Uh-huh. Okay. And who's next?
All right, so that was Odysseus. Now it's between Nick, group 1, which is that guy with his bike, and Sunny.
All right. We'll do the guy real quick. He's going to attempt to save his bike. He's not taking any damage, but the bike is damaged. And so he's going to try to do a pilot and reaction. I'm going to require at least 3 successes. Nope. Yeah. He begins fighting with the bike, but it falls over. He rolls with it. It's on fire. He's in the ground. Van's now leaving him in the dust, so he's gone. Nick will now attempt to do a performance roll with his charisma to try to stumble into Sunny's boobs.
Oh no! Do I get to? Is there some sort of counter thing I can do?
Like I'll give you a reaction plus intuition. You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So let's see. His charisma's probably a 6, and his
A 6?
Oh yeah, he's a sly guy.
Okay.
And we'll give him a performance skill of 4, so he's got 10 dice.
Okay.
He's got 2 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Yeah, you saw it coming a mile away as Nick sits there and goes, "Yeah, oh!" and half-assly falls into you.
So.
But you're able to jerk the wheel back that sends him back toward the passenger seat.
Good. Fucking weirdo. All right, so the now I'm going to continue to focus on a straight line, and that's my thing. That's his thing. So Gears is the last one. You get.
Okay, so they're all out of commission now, right?
That is correct. The van ran one over. He acid waved one of them. The last guy just burned and fell. But you know that by your previous roll for their, street knowledge, this wasn't all of them. This is only part of them, and there's got to be another group either at the other end of the tunnel or harassing someone else. Now, you have two options at your disposal. You can fly all the way up I-5 to get out and head across the top part of Bellevue over to Redmont, or you can take I-90 through Council Island, which you're not going to be getting off in Council Island. You'll just be passing by the exit and hope that they don't follow you that way. From your previous street gang knowledge roll, these guys are called I-5ers. The word I, mean like an eyeball, and the number 5. So, yeah, that's their turf. That's what they claim.
So if I get onto I-95, was it 95 you said?
It was
the other
90.
one? 90?
Yeah. That's contested territory right now.
Contested between two corporations? Or
No, gangers.
Gangers.
The Spikes are trying to claim domination over I-90 as well as I-5. And the I-5ers have claimed domination over I-5, as well as, I forgot what they're called, Red something another, Red Rovers, I do believe. They claim the 405 and I-90. The Spikers are a bunch of troll bikers, by the way.
Oh, good.
And which way was shorter, you said?
Going through I-90, going through Council Island.
I think we'll do that.
Okay. You probably might have a better chance, especially if you run across the Spikers, to negotiate. I mean, they're dumb. They're a bunch of dumb trolls. You throw them something shiny, they might leave you alone, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. But I'm gonna hot sim into the drone. And fly it up just ahead of us a little bit.
Okay.
And to keep an eye out.
All right. Let me check out the drone stats real quick and compare that. I think the Pinto, which you guys are pushing, is your limiting reagent to this because that's the vehicle that's going to be going the slowest, right?
Yeah.
All right. That gives me a gauge of how much distance between you and the drone will be. Now, the noise in the area is a 2. Do you want to run some sort of signal scrub, or do you just want to activate your... take all the way from your sharing and put into noise reduction?
I'll run a signal scrub.
All right, that'll reduce the local noise. You do know that your device rating is a 3, which means you can have either 3 points in sharing or 3 points in noise reduction or some sort of combination thereof, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure we've covered that once before. Where is the Dalmatian? There it is. Speed of 5, acceleration of 3. Speed of 3, acceleration of 1. All right, so that little car is going to be kind of trying to speed up. Now, the Dalmatian, which had picked up, turned around, did some quick spray behind, then whips back around and takes off and begins flying in front of the van and the Camaro at this point in time, tearing up the distance. The Camaro's taking the lead. You're still pushing the car. All current bikers are no longer in sight, left far behind. You hear from the other car that Pollock sounds like he's doing okay. Even though you were just told that the new guy is not doing okay.
I'm not dead yet.
And Jay, when you get up to the intersection of the turnoff, the big massive underground tunnels that swoop both left and to the right and kind of like overlap each other so that you can get from one section to the next, you can see that the I-5ers are here at the intersection to where 90 matches. And you can see what looks like an ice cream truck style van has been turned over and is burning at the off ramp onto 90. Behind it, as you're coming up to see all this, you can see some I-5ers with Defiant shotguns and stuff like that, and they're firing from behind the van. Not too far away, there is a troll who's pushed up a Dodge Scoot and is using it as a shield, and he's dragging it toward their position, firing over it with a room sweeper.
So they're basically fighting each other.
Right there, that the off ramp onto 90.
Yeah.
But
Is
you
there
see
room-
that. What's that?
Is there room to get by them?
The Camaro could easily make this. The van would be able to make this, but you're gonna have to figure out some way to like ping pong this little car through this intersection.
He can make it. He can. It's a little car. It's tiny car maneuvers, right?
Is he gonna follow us even? Does he have to follow us?
You have no idea. No one's mentioned anything to him.
So, is there a way to communicate anything to him?
Someone would have to take control of his vehicle, maybe talk through his radio, call him on his cell phone. You can see his icons are probably for his vehicle.
Okay.
He has a more modern Ford, so it's not a throwback.
I should
I
be
could
able
just
to
jump
hack.
to the back of Gears' car and plant both my knives in his windshield and tell him to remain calm.
Or, I don't know. I think that that's going to freak him out even more. So,
All right, so
I
you want to... What was that, Zamora?
I can probably find his number and like call his phone.
Yeah, you could do that. You're probably going to need at least 1 or 2 successes. Could you buy that?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, all you got to do is throw some marks onto his phone, take control over it, and then talk to him that way.
Yeah, I can at least buy 2.
Okay. Is that what you guys want to do?
I think so, yeah. I mean, at least give him a chance to work with us before, you know... Or get out of our way. One of the two.
Make the call. All right. So, you buy 2 successes. It takes a few moments. You guys have time. You throw some marks. You buy 2 successes. You take control of his phone. You make a phone call. He picks up the phone and says, "Hello." You can hear it's very noisy in his vehicle.
Do you want to talk to him, Sonny, or should I?
Yeah, I'm trying to drive right now. You should talk to him.
Nick says, "Let me talk to him."
No.
Shut up, Nick.
No.
Hello, driver.
Who is this?
Never mind that.
What do you people want?
Follow me if you want to leave.
We're trying to save your life.
I don't want to die.
We're trying not to let you die. That's why we have you pinned. Now, can you keep up with us, or do you need us to drive for you?
He panics, and his lack of response tells you he has no... Yeah. His motor skills are strong enough to play Nintendo.
Well, I mean, that's not bad.
Like old school Nintendo? That's kind of hard.
Like-
No,
yeah, 'cause,
no
like-
new school Nintendo.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so what are we gonna do for this guy?
Tell
Okay.
him. Somebody tell him what we're doing, so at least he has an idea.
Okay, I'll just patch in the comms.
That sounds like a
I
good
can
idea.
hot sim into his car then and
No.
control his car.
His car does not have that tech in it.
Oh, I thought you said it was newer, so I could.
It is. You can do like talk to his through his computer on his car, turn on the autopilot, turn it off. You could, I mean, if you honestly wanted to, you could probably, and I'm just going to toss this out there, hot sim into your van and then control his car through your van and let the Camaro autopilot its way through onto I-90.
Okay, I could do that.
Okay. It would save Sonny a hell of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because going through this barrier, it's not going to be a straight line. So, might be some problems.
Okay. All right, so making this maneuver, the car's autopilot.
When we get into range of the I-fibers, I
Uh-huh.
want my drone to start firing at the I-fibers,
But not the spiker.
not the troll. Yeah.
Right.
And I want to make it obviously aware to the troll that I'm not attacking him.
Okay. What's your I don't know if there's a dice roll for that, but I'm pretty sure as long as the guns are pointing in the right direction, and it doesn't. I mean, you're flying a Dalmatian over his head, which is a police/security vehicle. It doesn't have any markings on it, so what is he going to think?
Yeah.
He's going to think something. All right, so to make this turn, it's going to be a vehicle plus reaction roll. You get an extra dice because you're hot simmed in. You lose 2 dice because you're using the local public grid. Your targeted value to make it through this is a 3.
So it's a piloting, reaction,
vehicle plus reaction.
and I lose 2,
You lose 2 because of the grid.
and I gain 1, so I lose 1 basically.
You lose 1.
Be
And
10.
yes.
Was there actual barriers as well?
No, just busted up burning vehicles,
Okay.
slightly blocking the 3 lanes of highway.
Okay. So, but if I guess my question is, if Rhett melts one of these vehicles out of the way, does it make it easier for us?
It would reduce the the threshold rating by 1.
Just saying, Rhett. I mean, Pollux.
Is it possible to buy 3? How do I do the buying?
You'd need 12 dice in total.
Oh. Can I use an edge to help me reroll?
All right. Yeah, you can use an edge. I'm checking something else here. What is the handling, the on-road handling of your van? That's the first number before the slash under handling.
-1.
Handling is 3 of 3.
Okay. And
3/3.
And what is your rigging, your control rig rating? Is it a 1, a 2, or a 3?
3.
So that, not your device rating, but your control rig, the cyberware you have.
3.
So that means your handling goes up to a 6.
Talk about like my image link.
No, your cyberware. The cyberware that Gears has implanted into him.
So not my command console. I don't know what it is I'm looking for then.
Alright, give me 1 second. I will bring up your character sheet since I have it.
My control rig?
Yes.
That's a 3.
I'm trying to find it on your sheet as well.
I got it under augmentations.
Yes, I'm trying to find those 2. Yeah, control rig rating 3. Wow, you got the big one.
Yeah, 43,000.
That doesn't sound right, but whatever. It sounds like it should. I'm honestly thinking it should take more, but a control rig of a 3 increases all of the attributes for. No, actually, no. The control rig of 43,000 was a control rig rating 1. So that's why I was like, that seems odd. So you have a control rig rating 1, which means it enhances all the stats of your vehicle by 1 when you hot sim into it. So your handling is a 4. So that's the most number of successes you can get for this maneuver is 4. That's all I really wanted to figure out.
Okay.
So how many dice do you have to roll?
10.
10 dice, and you rolled all 10 and got 1 success.
Yes.
And do you want to use an edge to re-roll all the not successes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get to re-roll 9 dice.
2.
2 more successes. All right, you get the 3 that you need. Unless, well, no, you got the 3, so Pollux doesn't have to burn any vehicles.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys are,
Say it again.
say again.
I cannot
Oh,
do
he's
that
frozen.
and have him burn a vehicle if he wants to still.
Oh, you've already spent the edge, so that counts.
Okay.
And Rhett, I think we lost you.
And if he wants to, he can burn some I-5ers as we go past.
There
Ah.
you are.
Plan. This is a good plan.
All right. So you want to burn some I-5ers as you go flying by?
Yeah, they're on our left side, correct? Patrol's on the right, pushing the car forward.
That would be correct.
How many I-5ers are there? 3? Oh, that's easy. We need all 3 of them then.
You want to do another Force 8 acid wave thingy?
I think we'll do a 6. Keep the place safe.
I mean, you could just go to 11.
Yeah, good. Guarantee everyone dies. Okay.
Including
Maybe me and Will. Right. Force 6 acid wave. Ah, God, that's a.
All right. You'll hit the van that they're hiding behind. They have 7 dice. And they can get an extra 3 by jumping and using the van as cover.
Would my drone shoot them before he does the way? Because remember, not my van. I'm sorry. My drone was ahead of us a little bit.
Yes.
So would would the drone get to attack before he does his acid thing, or?
Were you using the drone to like circle around the guys, so that they?
No, just as we're going past, shoot at them.
Yeah. Your drone can take an open fire.
maybe that's why he's not going to hit all of them.
I would
They're
assume.
also dodging bullets.
Yeah, they're dodging bullets. They're dodging acid wave. You guys drive through the intersection, pushing the small car along with you guys. Get onto I-90. The spiker gives like a hoot and holler as you guys drive by. Not like an aggressive.
They do a thumbs up out the window.
Yeah, he turns back to continue opening fire on the I-5ers. So the van drives on I-90. The van, the white car, and the Camaro begin going down I-90. The stretch between here and there is pretty clear. You finally actually catch up to some real traffic, people not trying to shoot at you. Fly past the exit onto Council Island, out the other side, and at this point in time, the guy on the phone is yelling, I need to get off here. I need to get off here. Help, stop.
I'll
Can we escort him
I'll
off?
back off the van so that he'll have control of his vehicle again.
All right, what did you say, Sarah?
Do you want to escort him off somewhere, like off, like a highway?
That was to you, Jay.
Oh, well, I imagine all he has to do is get off the exit ramp, right?
Probably.
So I don't think we need to escort him.
No, that's like 2 no's for escorting.
I
So you
mean-
make the call.
I'm just gonna wave at him as he goes by.
Does it look like we're in an area where there's not going to be any additional disruptions at this point?
Yeah,
So we're
you're
in
actually
the
you're
clear?
driving into a part of Bellevue right now.
Okay, then yeah, I don't think we need to escort him any further than this. I think we got him out of his little misery, and we're on a mission, so I think we're good.
Okay, so you're going to back off, let him pass by. The van then floors past it, and as you guys are, the Camaro pulls forward just a little bit, the van starts flowing by as he's driving off. You can see his tires are slightly bubbled because they have like acid burns, and the paint is all gone across the front end of it, pop marks here and there, a couple of bullet holes and whatnot. He's hanging white-knuckled onto the steering wheel, looks over at the van as you guys are driving by, and then, of course, he can see Zamora in the back of the van as you guys are going. You can see it's Jiffy from Arcadia at this point in time, and he's staring at you as he's going off, like, in, like...
Are you guys still on? Is he still connected to our comm right now?
Yeah.
You should totally say something.
Jiffy?
Jiffy?
Would he know you as Zamora?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, Zoe? And that by that time he's already drifted off onto the off ramp and whatnot, and heading toward the knight errant security point.
Oh my goodness. Who's Jiffy? Oh, what, Sarah?
I guess I'll drop the comm at that point. He's a guy I used to work with. I don't know why he was out this late.
All right. You'll get that's a pretty decent chuckle. Poor guy.
Poor bastard.
And you drive continuously on 90 and head toward the Redmonds, which transferring between the Redmonds and Bellevue is going from Knight Errant to Lone Star territory. So you stay on the highway for this point in time. You pop off the highway, getting off into the Redmond district. And there are signs that sits there and says, there is no security beyond this point.
Oh, good. I like that.
Don't we live in the Red Mountains now?
Yeah, you live in the Redmonds. Towering skyscrapers are slightly dilapidated, concrete barricades here and there. The potholes in the roads aren't that bad in this part of the town, but they can be. The diversity of the Redmonds is good. It's a decent amount of human. There are some dwarves, orcs, and trolls, but the majority of humans and orcs. It is a fend-for-yourself kind of neighborhood. You pull off, drive down one of the main streets until you get to a side road, and you're pulling into an area where there is the sidewalk, and then the parking lot kind of, and then there are buildings. So the buildings are set back from the road itself, and it's a long strip. The buildings are generally 4 and 5 stories in height. You can see the Methodist church not too far, a gleaming beacon of safety in this terrible, terrible neighborhood, except for the fact that the Methodist church and the nearby buildings, which one of them is a loco food, share the same parking lot and have a fence that runs along the perimeter of the area as well as the parking lot. So even though it's a beacon of hope in this dreary area, it's still got barbed wire fences around it. The parking lot has a rolling gate up to it, so you have to drive up, and there's a roll it out of your way to close it or leave it open. But somebody has went ahead and shut it as you guys are arriving. This was later in the evening, right? It's like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's later.
It's later. So you're on the street.
It's actually after 8 o'clock because
that's right.
Because
It's
that's when
after
all
8
the
o'clock.
gangs come out.
All
Is
the
after
gangs
8.
come out. Mm-hmm. So
Yes.
you're on the street. There's a bit of sidewalk. Then there's the chain link fence that runs around the perimeter of this 3-building complex. You can see the church. It's 5 stories high. Big glowing white cross made out of bulletproof plexiglass so people will stop shooting at it. The 2 vehicles come to a stop on the road. There are people nearby. Look, homeless, squatters, a mixed variety, some gang people not too far away, a burning barrel, some people eyeballing your car. Guy walks up with a little spray bottle and rag, starts squirting into your windshield. Hey man, how you doing? Hey man. 5
I just nod.
5 yen, man. I'll clean your whole windshield. 5 yen, man.
I give him 5 yen to not clean my window.
All right. He takes it and leaves.
Jeez.
All right, so you're here. You're outside the church.
Okay.
So did we go into the church parking lot or are we outside?
The gate has been pulled so that you the gate has been pulled shut. You don't know. You haven't gone up to investigate to see if it's locked, chained, or anything like that. There doesn't seem to be an attendant to the parking lot. There are cars in it.
Should we park in a different parking lot and sneak in? How are we? We don't have a plan, do we?
Well, we don't even know if this guy's here. So that we need to have access to the systems to find out where this guy is. So that's why we're here right now.
All right. Well, you're within 10 meters, so that means Zoe's ability to access any kind of wireless system is going to be greatly improved because she's so close.
I'm gonna begin a sensing.
Okay, Zoe?
Yeah, I guess I will see what kind of systems are active.
All right. Doing a matrix perception at this point in time, there are street cameras in the area. Loco Foods has an up and running series of icons. The church has an icon as well, but you don't see anything other than one icon near the front of the church. In the AR, you can see a glowing cross with Jesus Christ nailed to it, floating out front of the church. Oh, righty then. You know. So one icon to the church, a lot of icons to the local foods. The third building in series I haven't really mentioned because it is vacant. There is an icon there, but it's mostly to realtors for the purpose of renting.
Then I will go ahead and try to put a couple of marks on their system so I can get into it.
Oh, righty then. You gonna just buy some?
Well, it depends on, am I on public grid or their grid or?
Public
Or do
grid.
I-
You're on public still. Okay, so I want to talk about it real quick. Your lifestyle dictates, the lifestyle that you use for the majority of this running and whatnot dictates what grid you have access to. If you want to get to a higher access grid, you either have to find some backdoor that gets you in or get a higher lifestyle.
And it's minus,
2.
right, -2, but to put 3 marks on it, it's -10.
Yes. But you only need 1 success versus whatever the system rolls against you. All right, 7. Do you know what your limit is for your, I do believe this is your sleaze? Not like it matters at this point, but I'm just kind of like probing there.
It would be 6.
Okay, that's the deck plus your sprite bonus.
Correct.
All right. They rolled! And they glitched. All right. Yeah, this icon pretty much, once you take access to it, no need to make any other rolls. It pretty much opens up to you. It's a simple advertisement asking you to take a moment to reflect upon your life. You see a bunch of gospel and scripture information, several files located into it. This doesn't seem to access anything else. It's just an icon relating to the location of the church and a bunch of text files.
Oh, good.
Is there any way I can dig deeper around it to see if there's anything hidden?
Yes, you can make you can search for, you'll make an actual matrix perception roll, searching for things that are hidden.
Okay.
As you begin digging through these few files and whatnot, you find an admin's file that was hidden, and it sits there and says that this, as you're reading through all the different things, lots of information, it sits there and it's the admin file says instructions for our icon. Put lots of scripture and gospel information up. We do not intend to have any sort of wireless access for this church. The funding is not there. We'll do everything in that other kind of tech that you have. Admin responds, we call that throwback. Another response back, okay, fine, call it whatever you want, but that's what we're going to want in-house. Just some stuff, nothing big. We don't need a lot of fancy things. And the admin comes back sitting there saying, well, fancy things are kind of nice and allows people to, and they, so it's a short text bicker between, hey, do you want wireless or not? No, we don't. So it means if they're using throwback, you got to get up to a terminal, a mag lock attached to the building, a camera of some type that you can cut and splice some wires real quickly so that you can gain access to their system. Once you've gotten to an actual physical device that's hooked to their system, you're in.
I got nothing on Wi-Fi, guys. They're throwback all the way.
Do we know what this guy even looks like?
Yes, we do have a physical description. I believe we also have a photo of him.
Yes.
That we got from the
From
Don Louis.
Yep.
And I don't remember his name, but all I remember is that his nickname was Chunk. That's all I remember.
Yep. His name is Lawrence Cohen.
Ah, right.
And his nickname was Chunk. All right. Sensing. What roles did you get?
Let's go ahead and do that. Five success. Threshold was 7.
All right. The background count here is a big old fat delicious 4.
Oh, jeez.
This area is filled with a whole bunch of creepy creep, man. You can still see remnants of the fire like 2 decades ago. You can see the area of the astral space is twisted and warped. You can see all the individuals who are passing up and down the street. They are saddened, and their increased amount of emotions has put a big damper on it. As you're looking around, that's the background count of this area. The building's background count is about a 6. You also notice that the building itself has an incredible earthen appearance. You remember, as I was describing you some time ago, that the earth itself has its own personal, like, magical barrier, and that passing and looking through the earth doesn't work so well. And that led you to dousing yourself with dirt, protect yourself from being looked upon astrally. That actually works. And it looks like this building is actually taking advantage of that, as it looks like it has had some level of magical barriers placed up to keep prying eyes from being put out. Needless to say, the building next to it, the vacant one, and the Loco Foods do not have that. So in the Loco Foods, you can see that there's at least 3 people kind of milling about. You can see one individual who's working the front desk. And in the vacant building, you can see at least half a dozen people inside the building itself.
I'd say we go in from underground from one of the other buildings if there's any kind of sewer system going between one or the other. Unless there's some sort of physical or magical barrier blocking that particular entrance.
No, I would describe to you a magical barrier, but you're just seeing some sort of, you're not supposed to look in here, kind of visual barrier, a sensing. Mana barriers and physical barriers would have a different appearance.
Okay.
And be spherical, if I remember correctly.
I say we find a throwback terminal for Z and see if she can at least get a location of the guy inside the building. At that point, we can figure out which way we're going to go in.
I would agree with that. But I think we have to get up to the building for her to find an access point to it.
Nick's like, well, then the first thing we should probably do is, get in there and park and just go find him.
Yeah,
you gonna take lead, Nick? You gonna take lead?
He pulls back the gun. Check. Yeah. The little flechette pistol.
Let's go.
By the way, is it pink?
No, it's not.
It's not pink.
No,
It's not.
Sunny's not like that.
Not a lady, girly looking gun.
No, it's just a gun. It's very simple.
Okay.
Yeah. No. You're not the runner of this show.
Well, I mean, are we just gonna sit here and look at the place, or are we gonna go in and get him?
If you keep talking, you're gonna sit here and look at the place while we go take care of things.
I'm just saying, we're wasting time here. They're just sitting there diddling. Come on, this is taking.
All right, you can stay in the van.
I'm not gonna stay in the van, Doc. I'm staying in the van.
Good.
So yeah,
I don't know. I think he did pretty good. He shot a couple people for us.
You're not helping Gears.
Yeah, see? I got someone on my side.
Yeah.
I'm staying in the van.
Composure. Composure.
Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh. So
Odysseus is putting new clips in his guns because he doesn't want to go in with less than topped off.
Okay.
all right.
Piercing in the submachine gun now.
So we need to look for the best place for us to make an entrance into this facility. So if we have to drive around a little bit, do some recon real quick, maybe you can fly your little dragonfly, bumblebee, whatever it is, around to find us a good spot. That would be awesome, Gears.
Is the building itself surrounded by a fence?
No. The parking lot is surrounded by a fence, and the backside of the building is as well. There is one part of the building that does not touch the fence, and that's the entrance to the Loco Foods. All the other parts of the building are part of the parking lot and the fence and so on and so forth. So if you went into the Loco Foods, you might find access to the rest of everything. Otherwise, you're going to have to pop open the gate and get through that way. That's the first thing without any perception dice rolls and scouts flying around. So, Jay, are you going to go do anything? Is Gears going to do stuff?
I'm just gonna follow, and I've got my drones ready. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Well, Sunny just mentioned that you should probably fly your little dragonfly bumblebee thing around to start looking for a better way for us to get in.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
I mean,
will.
unless you just want to keep
Right.
egging on this guy so he causes us trouble. You know, whatever you want to do, I'm just paying you to be here, that's all.
Right. Yeah, I'll fly my little bumblebee thing around and check and see what's going on.
All right. Does anybody else want to make an attempt to do anything? Like, Rhett, do you want to get Pollux to actually astrally project and go flying around?
Yes.
Alrighty then. And Zamora, did you want to do any more matrix hacking or anything like that, looking for extra information?
We already got all the schematics of the building, right?
No, the insides had been burnt out about 20 years ago after the Brotherhood no longer worked here, and the building was left empty, remodeled, and nobody ever put any blueprints up for a remodel.
Okay. I guess I'll keep that up in like the background, just like as a background program or whatever, kind of like up on my deck, just so I can kind of change it as we go.
Okay, keeping a constant watch on what's going on in the Matrix.
Right.
Okay, all right. Gears, you take control of your little dragonfly and begin flying around, circling the building. You do see that there is a flight of stairs that go up to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floor of the church itself. That's on the backside. Looks like it's a pretty fancy-looking fire escape. There's several balconies on the 3rd and 4th floor, but not the 5th floor. There is a fire escape ladder that goes to the vacant building. All of those accesses are behind the fence. The Loco Foods, on the other hand, has enough dumpster and containers out front of it that if a skilled individual might be able to jump to the roof of the Loco Foods, because it's only a 1st floor building, and then from there that might be able to get you over the fence. You know, you climb the Loco Foods, you drop down behind the fence. Problem is there are cameras out front of the Loco Foods that'll see you. Flying around the vacant building, you can see that there is a busted-in section of the front of the building, and homeless people are in there. So that's something you notice as well. I'm trying to think of the last thing. Homeless people, Loco Foods. Ah, yes. If homeless people are inside the vacant building, how do they get in?
To the front door?
Well, there's a gate. So imagine it's like this. You have a building that's long. There are three parts of it. Loco Foods, the church is in the middle, and the vacant building's on the end. From either edge of the Loco Foods, the fence goes all the way around.
So they're all connected, one building.
One connected building, yes.
Okay.
And the fence stretches around from one corner of the Loco Foods all the way around the parking lot back over to the other corner of the Loco
What do you
Foods.
think? Loco Foods? Is that like a convenience store or something?
Yes.
Okay. And it's a rundown one. It's not in operation.
No, it's in operation. There's people inside buying stuff. People
Where's
using
all the
it.
homeless people?
They're inside the vacant building.
And that's on the other side of the gate?
That is on the other side of the gate and the other side of the long building.
Okay. And the church itself, does it have windows?
Yes.
Can I fly my drone right up to the windows and look inside?
Yes, you can.
I just kind of want to look and see if I see anyone in there.
All right, so the church building itself is 5 stories tall. On the outside of the building, there are 2 flights of stairs that both go up to the 3rd floor. The first floor of the church building itself seems to be, what do they call it? I forgot what they call it. Where you put paper over a window to block out the outside world. For the first 2 floors of the church building itself, they're blocked out, papered over and stuff like that. Getting up to the 3rd floor, you're able to fly into the stairwell itself that attaches to the 3rd floor, and you can see that there are doors, and this is like a hallway, a breezeway on the 3rd floor that connects other doors, and you can see a door that sits there and says, "Welcome all brothers and sisters to the United Methodist Church of Redmond." You know, so, and you can see like the entranceway. You also see cameras and the front door of this church, which looks like it's going into maybe a large open room filled with pews, has a comlink terminal sitting next to it. Make a perception plus intuition roll.
Don't think I have perception. Intuition. So it's only 3.
And make sure you're defaulting on your intuition then.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
0 successes.
All right. Fair enough.
Would I use the perception of my drone?
You could use the piloting sensors of your drone, yeah. Clear Sight would be the program for perception on your drone. Do you have that program for your drone?
Clear sights?
Clear Sights. Then it's going to be its sensor. No, it's going to be pilot, and its limit is its sensors. So it would get 3 dice if I remember correctly. What's its pilot program at?
Piloting is 5.
So it would get 5 dice.
So I would do 5 and that's it?
That's it. That's all it gets.
Okay. I'll do that.
Oh, shit. That's a critical glitch right there.
Yeah, all right. So you're flying your drone, zipping it around and whatnot, and he's going to make his perception check. Oh, man, he glitched as well. All right, so you're seeing this door. You zip for a moment. You stop. You land. You look at it. And your drone doesn't pick it up. You didn't even hear it as you're sitting there playing with it. But a guy walks out of another door, starts heading toward the staircase at this point in time. The drone takes off to do another flyby and flies right into this guy's face. He begins freaking out, swatting at what the hell the hit is. Hits the drone. Drone goes down to the ground. He's like, "Oh God, it's a giant bug!" And starts doing a hat dance on your drone.
Can I fly it away?
Yeah, let's do an initiative real quick. I'm assuming you're AR'd in. Are you cold simmed or hot simmed or something?
I'll hot sim.
Alright. So you get your 3d6 plus...
3d6 for initiative?
Yeah, because when you hot sim in, you go to 3d6.
So that would be 6. 2 is 10. plus 8, so 18.
All right, you get to go first. This guy's got a 1 plus maybe 6, so he's got a 7.
I'm gonna fly away from him.
All right. He's desperately trying to swat the giant metal bug that's attacking him. Is it in my hair? Oh. All you saw as you came around was mouth and teeth. You were like flying straight into his face. All right, so you fly away.
So I'm going to fly it back, and I'm going to let everyone know what I saw. Word for word what you said.
A giant mouth of teeth.
And the giant mouth.
Well, the cool thing is you could have broadcast that signal to a few people's phones so that they could see what, you know.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. I would have done that.
All right, so your drone comes limping back after being swatted like a bug.
And I'm gonna say, so this is a group of people that take in like hobos, right?
Well, it's a church. It's a Methodist church. What's that?
They like take in gang members, right?
Yeah, they take in anyone trying to give them the word of Christ.
So I'm thinking I look kind of like a gang member. And Sarah's character is low income, whatever you were saying earlier. Could me and her maybe like sneak in?
You are all dressed really nicely right now. You just got finished with a meeting with Don Louis, so.
I thought we did something before that.
No.
We just went straight from there.
But I showed up in like a leather jacket and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, you're the only one who looks kind of bummy.
Yeah.
And you're driving a nice car.
Right. Well, I could ditch the car.
I don't think she would be happy about that.
Just me alone sneaking in. I was thinking if me and Sarah could sneak in, then she could, like, if we could pose as bums, we could get in there, and then she could tap into the system.
Well, let's backtrack a little bit because you gave us a lot of information on the feed while you were having your thing buzz around. What way looks like it's going to be the best entrance? Does it look like finding some? Is there a way to get to those stairs? How do we get to them?
If you can get through the gate, you can get to those stairs.
Okay.
So if the gate's locked by a lock, somebody with electronics, mechanical skills of picking gears could pick the lock gears and get you guys into the parking lot gears. While the bug was flying around, Zamora did see several access panels that were on ground floor level of the building itself, so she doesn't have to go up the stairs to gain access to the building's internal security systems.
Okay. So, and then as far as video cameras go pointing towards this gate, what are we looking at?
You didn't see any.
We didn't see any.
They pointed to what you saw where they were pointing at the stairs. And that was it.
Oh, well then, yeah, let's just go for the gate. If there's no... That's what I thought, that there were cameras towards the gate.
Yeah, that's why I was, like, kind of expressing the cameras in the hallway near the stairs.
Yeah, okay. So...
No, we could probably just purchase the clothes off the bums hiding over there. And that would just give us our camouflage immediately.
Why would we even need to do that if we don't need to camouflage?
Well, I mean, if we want to get their attention and bring them forward as if we're trying to become part of their congregation.
No, we're not here to make friends.
Yeah, I came here to shoot. Would there be any advantage to me going up on top of the dumpster to the second floor, like you were saying?
Yeah, you could probably easily clear the dumpster, get on the second floor, and drop behind the gate. You've got to drop behind the fence. Or Gears could pick the lock and drop behind the fence. Or you guys could hunt out and see...
Things. I don't have a pick lock skill. I just blow locks up.
That's the pick locking skill I was talking about. Yeah. If the lock has been blown to pieces, that's picking locks.
Right.
And you have like 12 of those, right?
Yeah, well, I got 10 left. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could hack the mag locks too. That's also
I don't think that's a mag lock. I think it's just like a...
Yeah.
It's like a little...
A padlock.
Yeah. And the last way to get in, of course, is like I said, there were homeless people inside the vacant building. They got to get in somehow. So there's probably a hole in the fence somewhere.
Well, how about Odysseus can go up the dumpsters onto the second floor and drop into the fence area while Gears pops the lock on the fence so that if anybody comes out hearing pop the lock, I can take them out from a different angle because they won't have to suspect somebody's already in.
I think that sounds good.
All right. If that's what we're going to do, the
Yep.
leader has said yes. Nick is like, yeah, do something already. Man, this shit's boring.
All right, so listen, Nick. I'm only going to tell you this one time. And this is your one warning. So, you stay in the van. You don't mess with the van. You don't get out of the van. You don't talk to anybody. You stay there and you play deaf and dumb until we come back.
Okay, Doc.
This is my my negotiation. This is my I don't know, is it leadership?
This is leadership.
All right. Let's see if he cares. He probably doesn't care, but still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay. So I will write that down.
And don't touch anything.
And don't touch anything.
You said that twice already. I get it. I'm not touching anything. Inside the van, outside the van. I'm just going to sit here with my hands in my pockets.
Good.
All right. John, to clear the dumpster and get over the local foods is going to be an acrobatics test plus agility. Your threshold is a 2. Jay, to set off the bomb, to pop the lock, your threshold is 1.
So I got to beat a 1.
Demo plus logic to set the little bomb and make it blow off the lock.
What plus logic?
Demo plus logic, yeah.
Demo plus logic.
I'm just gonna buy the 2 successes.
All right, you're over the fence and in the grounds.
I've got 12, so I'll just buy it.
All right, you pop the lock.
Do I need to make a stealth roll? Because I don't want to make a whole lot of noise.
Oh, yeah, if you don't want to make noise, then yes, I would suggest a stealth roll. You can buy successes or you can roll. It's going to be agility plus stealth. Jay, do you want to try to make this stealthily explode?
Yeah.
All right, that would be a logic plus stealth.
Sneaking?
Yeah, sneaking. I keep saying stealth from playing too much Pathfinder.
2
3
successes.
successes.
Great. You guys are quiet. The lock gets popped with a tiny little explosion that can barely be heard because he muffled it inside of like a Gatorade bottle. You clear the loco foods, land on the ground, and begin sneaking. You didn't even hear the explosion go off, but you knew the process which he's doing, and you can see him sliding the gate open. Are you going to control the van so it drives into the parking lot?
Should we park the vehicles outside somewhere? Or inside?
I say leave them outside. Unless you want to drive them through a fence and they'll lock it behind us.
Yeah, I say leave them outside.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll leave him outside.
All right, so Nick's
And
watching.
I'm sorry, but what type of gating is it? Does it look like my van could drive through the gate if it really wanted to? Okay.
It looks like a orc riding a tricycle could drive through the gate,
Okay.
which would be more entertaining than watching your van drive over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you guys leave the vehicles with Nick. All right, I should say, let's say it this way. You leave the car in charge of Nick as you guys head into the building. Because I'm pretty sure the car can handle Nick.
Christine is babysitting Nick.
All right. You guys are walking in. John, how do you want to approach these 2 stairs?
Stealthily and ready to shoot anything that's coming down them.
Do you have a weapon drawn?
Yes, I'll have my pistol drawn.
Okay. So you begin walking toward the stairs. Now, if you can imagine the building is long, we're going to say the left side, right side. Left side is where the loco food is at, and the right side is where the vacant building is at. There's 2 flights of stairs up to the 3rd floor. The left side, the right side. You're approaching to the left side. Those stairs go along the length of the building. So as you're moving along the left side of the building, you're heading straight toward the opening of the stairs. They then turn and go up, where the stairs that are on the right side actually go along the length of the building. And we will see that here in just a second. Everybody should be seeing changes to the map. I will now zoom in on everyone's location. You, of course, can see the whole map.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's... Bam! Did everybody see that? On the roll 20?
Yep.
And we have everybody here, including Alan. Alan's here in spirit. Make sure you can move your tile. All right, Gears is moving. Pollux, can you move? Oh, Odysseus moved.
Now, you know, when you show this on Twitch, we can see the whole map.
Yeah, I know. But
You're
on your
supposed to look at the whole map, Jay. God.
I'm not going to. I'm just saying we can.
The reason why is because that way, when you're looking through the roll 20, you can see what your character's restraints are. You can say, I can only see this much. But of course, you know, hey, there's a secret door over there. What am I supposed to do? This is how it works out. I can't change that because she's sitting right here and she's not using her computer. We got one microphone. This is how it works out, and we'll all just deal with it.
Okay.
I can move anybody, so you're fine.
Yeah.
And look, there's a camera. All right. So, as you can see, the first flight of stairs is here. That's the stairs to the right. We're going to drag Odysseus over this direction. Oh, I lost him.
I'll make it smaller, maybe.
And here's the other flight of stairs. You see that, John?
Yes.
So
I'll check out that first flight of stairs.
Where's the button? No. Hang on. There we go. That's what he can see.
Okay.
So the flight of stairs goes up to a breezeway. And you can see the walkway goes both at the top of the stairs, go both to the left and the right. So you're moving up the stairs stealthily with your gun out. The rest of the group is approaching from this side. We will start with Alan. What are you doing? I'm running away. Goodbye.
I'm not here.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm supposed to be... All right, Alan's now gone. All right, so Gears. Go ahead and position yourself. You can see the stairs over there.
I don't want to take the lead.
All right, then don't move. All right, Pollux, you're next. You want to take the lead? All right. Zoe? All right. Oh, two people on top of each other. Let's do that. All right, right here is a security panel.
Security.
All right, so... Go ahead.
Where's John's character?
He is over that way in comparison to where you're at.
Okay.
I'm gonna hack some security panels.
All right. How are you physically getting open this locked box?
Here.
I guess I'm gonna. Am I gonna damage it by blowing it with a lock popper?
Probably so.
Yeah.
The lock is one of those small brass locks. You know, that use the little fake looking keys to pop them open.
Yeah. Someone got like a hammer or crowbar or.
You have a van full of tools.
I gotta go back out. I'll go back and get one. Yeah.
You could always call Nick and get him to bring one.
Yeah, no.
No. So I'll go
Whoever
back.
suggests that is gonna get slapped. That's
The game master did.
yeah. I'll take care of that.
You'll slap me later?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll accept
I
that.
grabbed crowbar
All right.
and a hammer.
All right.
Just
Crowbar and a hammer. He's grabbing some tools. The mechanic brings tools with. You get back over to the box and begin doing so. During the time period that you guys are hanging outside You can hear it sounds like a door open and some footsteps. John, where have you moved to, or are you staying on the stairs?
I'm staying at the top of this.
All right, so you've come to the top of the stairs. All right, then you need to make a perception check. Somebody just walks out of a door. Unless you want to like dash down the stairs and try to hide, or what do you want to do?
Perception is intuition and perception, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
Not a problem. One success. All you need to identify that somebody's about to come through this door right next to you. Right here. There he is. The dude in the business outfit. Actually, this is all I had, but it basically looks like, you know, nice white shirt, clean cut kind of individual.
Okay, I'll back down the staircase just around the corner so he won't see me immediately. But yeah, I'll get ready to subdue him.
All right, he's going to make a perception check. His intuition is 3. He doesn't have anything into perception, so he defaults to just 2 dice. He makes no successes.
He actually critically glitches.
All right, yeah, he's critically glitched. He's got his face into a book. He's reading some psalms or something, and he goes walking by you. All right, Jay gets back with the crowbar, pops the lock. Zoe then hacks the system. This is a hardware plus logic roll to wire it so that you can interface. Don't die. You look like you're dying.
She's not. She's coughing adorably.
Yeah, I know. It's... Ooh, now she's glaring menacingly. Menacingly. One success. Not a problem. You pull out a data cable, you fiddle with it for a minute, you rip the head off because the wires are a little bit old, you curse to yourself. You sit there and fiddle with a minute or two, you reach into your pocket, you pull your deck out, you open it up and whatnot, and you start kind of like sticking the wires into the actual port itself because you ripped off the head because it was old. This box is not very secure, but you're getting it to work. All right. You have now gained access to the system. You're going to go ahead and drop some hits. Take it over. 3 hits is what you need. 3 marks, I should say. The system has a rating of about 2. Bam! It gets 1. You got 1. Yeah, you were able to... The antique modem and system, computer, whatever they're using on the inside of the building, didn't even put up too much resistance. You were able to slide in and take over and put some marks on, take access. So now at this point in time, I know most of y'all can see the map, but I'm going to position out some cameras real quick. Make sure everybody can still see that. Yep. All right. Good enough. I don't think that's going to work. We're going to do that. Did anybody see any map just reveal itself? Come on.
To, like, move it up.
Nope.
How about now?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let's see this.
All right, hang on. I gotta undo that. We'll fix it here in just a second. There's one camera. Here's the next camera. Now, the reason you can see all these cameras is because Zoe is broadcasting to all your devices. Right, Zoe?
On the back of my jacket, too.
Oh, yes, on the back of her jacket. She's got an awesome jacket that displays stuff. All right, so now you should see the main church room, the 2 guys in the main church room. All right, okay. Come on. Sometimes that's annoying. All right, now this should give you guys eyes for the nursery. See a couple of cribs?
Aw.
The crib. There we go. All the way over near where John's at. Access to the school. There we go. There we go. And then there was one last one to go here in the social hall. And then the last one. And do this. I need to zoom in. Make sure I just did that right. Yes, I did. Okay. Let's zoom back out and go put it over near John's character. Bam. You can see John's character now. If you couldn't see John's character beforehand. And see, this is what it would look like. We'll pick John because he should be able to see this. So we do. It doesn't work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Everybody can see stuff though, right? Is that the L? There we go. There's the L. And apparently you don't count. How is it working? Oh, that's right. Never mind. That only works to get the individual point of view. I can't actually see all the cameras.
Oh, okay.
A downside to the program. Even though you all can now see the access to all those different cameras and points of view, I can't when I try to make it look through. Who's drawing on the map? I bet it was Jay. Jay does that all the damn time. All right. So there's a camera in the hallway. Camera over there. You guys get to see a different couple of rooms. One room has some kids in it and an adult, and then you can see several other halls. At this point in time, in all the rooms, you do not see anyone who has the same kind of appearance or that matches the reverence picture that you were given.
Okay.
Being accessible to the actual layouts of the computer system, you do find an in-house fire escape plan. And the fire escape plan says that because this is the third floor, the fourth floor is where offices are located at. And so there's a possibility if he's here in building, he might be in an office, or as well, you might be able to find access to more data files there.
Do they have like key cards or something that would let people in and out of the building to gain access?
Yes, there is. But she also has access to that same system, a quick dice roll, and she can just unlock all the doors.
Well, no, I mean like because that would record whether or not he's in the building or not.
That's very true. Do you want to look for those kind of records?
Yes.
All right. Matrix perception roll, which is logic plus computers. Your data processing is your limit. John, what do you want to do while she's doing computer stuff?
I guess just keep an eye out for anyone coming out of any other doors, because I don't want to start moving until I know where we're going.
Okay. You can hear from the other side of this door that there's the sound of children from your position. You can hear kids on the other side of this door, just FYI. Alrighty then,
It's not a critical glitch. It's just a...
I know. It's a glitch.
No, I don't think so.
1, 2, 3,
not a
4,
success.
5. It's not a success. It's not a
Your
glitch.
successes.
0. You know what that means, right? Yeah, you do. All right. So while you're messing with the system, Pollux, what do you want to do?
So we have access at this point to the doors that we're standing next to?
You have no idea. She's currently playing with the computer at this point in time with her computer keyboard in hand going...
I'm going to try the doors and see if they're even locked.
All right, so you're going to move up the stairs trying to get to those set of doors that you can see, right?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and walk up there. As you get around the doors, you can see that they're made of glass. Unfortunately, I can't make them out of glass. But I can do this. And then this. And can I grab it? Are you going to let me grab it? I guess it's not going to. So I can just do this. Delete. That's not the delete button. That's the delete button. All right, go ahead and move yourself back up to where you're at. Mm-hmm. This is a maglock glass door right here, so you can see through it. You can see that there's a guy on the other side of that door chilling out. He's sitting in a chair against this wall. So as you move up to look and go through that door, there's a dude on the other side. There are no cameras in here that can see him, but when your character moves up to about here, you can actually physically see him sitting in there. All right, since you didn't say anything about stealth, I'm going to go ahead and give him a perception check to notice you.
Okay.
With his 2 measly dice. All right, you think he saw you?
Probably
What
not.
happens when he gets a 1, though?
Yeah, I know, it counts against him.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to do what?
Well, I'm looking at him through a glass door.
Yes.
I mean, it's completely made of glass. We're all being stealthy at this point. I'm just kind of looking back at the group going, okay, the sideboards are playing with their gadgets. Do I have where Odysseus is at this point?
No, you don't. Jay, could you mute your microphone, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, you do not know where Odysseus is at this point. You know he did come through a different direction.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you guys have an open mic, kind of giving an idea where each other are?
I'm not the expert on that, so I can't answer it.
Zamora is saying yes. So you would see on Zamora's jacket Odysseus moving up and down the other stairwell.
So I can tell that we're basically looking at the same guy.
No, there's 2 stairwells. He's on the other one.
Oh, okay.
Can I start moving yet, or do I just get to stay there?
You can move. Where do you
I'm
want to
gonna
move?
hang out. I'm
Up
just
to
gonna hang out by the glass
where Zoe's
door.
at, I guess.
Get my axe ready just to pop it open if I have to.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm helping.
You're
Not really.
you're gonna stand there and help.
Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be good then. All right, so you're watching from where your position is at. He's kind of like staring over, like he saw something move. You stop moving. He stares in your direction. Although you know he can see you, he just kind of like shrugs it off like he doesn't know what he's looking at because he just tried to swallow a metal bug. All right, Jay, you're standing in the stairwell while Zoe is hacking. Did you want to do anything? You saw Pollux move up the stairs.
How's my drone doing? The one that smacked into his face.
We're going to say it's probably taken like at least 1 or 2 physical.
Okay. And these are cameras? Like this thing that I'm pinging here?
Yes.
So, like, can that camera see Pollux? Like,
Hang on, I'll tell you. Yes.
so is someone watching those? I guess I'm going to ask Zoe. Is someone watching those cameras? What are those cameras there for?
They're CCTV, so either somebody's watching it or it's being recorded. If somebody is watching it, they're on site watching.
So they're going to see him right there.
Yes, they're also going to see Odysseus over here too.
Okay. I'm just going to wait.
Okay. Back around the Zoe with her wonderful roll of nothing. As you've wired into it and you're punching away on your keyboard, trying to find out some information, trying to look for this maglock information, your phone rings off. It completely cancels out and pushes all of your other icons. Some sort of sleeper program is active on your deck that tells all other programs to kind of stop what you're doing. An important phone call is coming through from Kat. As you're sitting there, she's playing away. You can see the screen. It also advertises onto the back of her jacket that all those monitor screens disappear and then Cat appears.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What the
Do you want-
bloody hell's going on?
So, is there a way for me to like reach over
And cancel the call?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that before it's like.
Because this is an audible sound that's coming from her deck and device. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cat really programmed the good one. Like, yeah, I'll make sure she can't possibly miss my reminder to pick up tuna fish.
Oh well, you're.
Oh, good. It was just a reminder. I'll cancel it real quick.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah. Sonny's reaching over to cancel. I got this. I got this. I got
What?
Do you want to take another stab at that maglock information?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
What the fuck? Your cat. Oh.
All right, so you begin bringing up the maglock information. This is great. Yes, his maglock key is listed in the files, as well as at least another 12 people, and the most recent registration shows that he has entered the building within the last 3 hours. All of a sudden, at the same time, another icon pops up and begins making a beeping warning noise, this time not audible enough for everyone else to hear. It's your baby monitor going off. As soon as you came flying by and threw some marks on some stuff, you haven't gotten out, and your baby monitor is now warning you that the number's getting kind of high.
Okay. What's my count at right now?
Let's see, I rolled 11 and then a 7. That's 18 and 6, so 24. Do you remember the magic number?
40.
That's right. More than halfway there, and that's why the baby monitor's going off.
Right.
So you have at least 15 more minutes of control of this system before your count might get high enough for bad things to start heading your direction.
Okay. Well, we have. Okay, I'll relay to Sunny that he has tagged in at least 3 hours before. Is there any specific door he came through, or is in, or where, or is it just in the facility?
The only maglocks that record are the fire escape and the two door access. All the door accesses on the 3rd floor, and he entered into the main door here about 3 hours ago.
Okay. I'll
And-
relay that information to Sunny.
And if he passes through those doors, it registers that he's left the building. So you know he's in the building.
Okay.
Unless he can fly.
Okay. Do I know that we need to like do something about these cameras?
Yeah, you should probably get her to wipe all this shit, make it go away,
Okay.
put it on a loop, burn the whole building's electrical system to the ground.
Okay. Is like, Zoe, can you take care of these cameras, please? Then we can, I guess, move in.
Yeah, she could probably take care of the cameras, the maglocks, turn them all off. You guys don't need these. There's going to be nothing but a hindrance to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. The system has 4 dice. You get to do a logic plus computer.
The system is down.
Not yet.
Oh, sorry.
Not yet. Hang on. You can sing in a minute. Two successes.
It has 2 successes?
Yep.
Oh. I can buy 3.
All right, you're gonna just shut it down.
Yeah.
It's like arm wrestling a toddler at this point in time. Pointless. All right, you win.
Yay! Now can I sing it?
Yes.
The system is down. The system is down. Somebody else has to.
The
The system is down. The system. Okay, so all right. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
I'm really not good at this song.
Oh no. No, sorry.
All right. Okay, so at this point in time, Pollux from your position and Odysseus from your position, you can hear the maglocks on the doors make a popping noise as they have deactivated. The guy on the other side of the glass door stops reading his book for a minute and realizes it has happened as well. So we will start from Odysseus. Actions.
I'm going to move towards the doors that the guy reading the book went in, but I want to go around the corner towards the other glass doors where everyone else is gathering.
All right, go. You can move your piece then.
Run away.
Pollux.
Yeah. I think. So this is moving that way. Coming all the way over.
All right, so you move in a position where he can definitely see you through the glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
All right. Gears.
I'll just move up behind him. The cameras are all off now, right?
That's what you just been told.
Right.
Okay. You're in a position where the guy behind the glass door can see you.
No.
Sonny.
Sonny's going up there.
Alrighty then. All right. Looks like Gears pulled back some.
It's damage control.
Yeah, I don't want him to see me.
You don't want him to see you. Do you?
Right.
Do you care if he sees you at this point?
No.
Okay. So you're gonna be on the stairs as well. All right, Zoe, you're going to be spending this round disconnecting from the system since you just got finished shutting it down, or do you want to stay here and keep control of the system?
I should be able to set up one of my data clips that can send a Wi-Fi signal to my deck.
All right, that's what you want to do? All right, that's what you're doing this round, disconnecting, inserting your data clip, and then going from there. Good call. All right, Pollux and Odysseus, you move up toward the glass door. At this point, the guy has moved over on his action to look out. He sees you, and he's just like, "Hi, how can I help you?"
I just wave at him. I kind of usher him over.
All right. He's going to pull out his maglock key and kind of wave it at the door. It doesn't seem to respond like it's supposed to. So he pushes the door open, leans out. Now, he does not seem to be looking in the direction of Odysseus. He is looking in your direction. And so he puts his maglock key back into his jacket while he sits there and says, "Hi, how can I help you? It's late, and we are not currently open to the public."
What meta type is he?
A human.
He's human?
Mm-hmm.
How tall is he? Roughly?
5'7".
Is he taller than that? So a little bit taller than me.
John wants
I'm gonna grab
to
him by the collar and drag him outside.
What? No! No!
Why not?
Because that's
Okay,
not
so-
your job!
He doesn't
Oh my
see me, right?
He doesn't see him.
So I'm
Guy
going to
comes
grab
out
him
the
and
door.
I'm going to put him in a headlock and just knock him out.
That works.
Let,
Pollux, goddamn, stop being a Superman!
I have no fear of death. But if Odysseus wants to pull that move, he's looking at me, he's paying attention to me, just take him out real quiet like.
All right.
Subduing?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Good call. Unarmed combat skill. You compare his... Okay, so to subdue a character, resolve melee combat normally using unarmed combat skill. If the attacker successfully hits, compare strength plus net hits to defender's physical limit. If the attacker's total exceeds the defender's physical limit, the attacker grapples and immobilizes the defender. This subduing attack causes no damage to the defender.
Why don't we ask him where the guy is we're looking for?
Yeah, it's too late for
that's
that.
what I was going to do, but then these two yahoos decided that they want to take shit into their own hands. So
His physical limit
Okay.
is 2, so go ahead and make your unarmed plus agility. 4 successes. Your strength is... So that's 7.
Strength is a 3.
Right, so 3 plus 4 is 7 versus his physical limit of 2. You beat it by 5. So, yeah, you come up behind him, grapple him, begin dragging him back. He begins thrashing like, trying to flail his Bible at you. He can attempt a unarmed combat plus strength to break free. He doesn't have unarmed combat, so it defaults to strength. He has 2 in it, so he gets to roll 1 dice. Yeah, no. He's subdued. That's it. You've got him under control. He's thrashing about at this point in time, trying to yell for help.
Fucking goons.
Yeah, I'll just hold him until he passes out.
All right, so you're attempting to make him fall unconscious.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a strength roll. Roll those 7 dice for... Actually, no, we'll make a body check versus those 7 dice to make him pass out. His body is a 2. All right, so for this round... Oh, it's terrible. So we will say he'll take 7 stun damage. We're gonna say he takes 7 stun damage from your... at this point in time. 8 plus half his body, he has 9, so he's got 2 more.
Who's got the photo?
It's on your comm links.
Yeah.
Colin?
All right. John, your character's fast, so we'll go ahead and give you another physical action before I let everybody else take an action. You want to choke him some more?
Yeah.
All right, so he's got to resist 7 more points. He exceeds, so he takes 5. Now he's gone into physical damage. He's starting to change color. All right, Sonny, you've come to the top of the stairs with Gears, and you're right behind Pollux. As you can see that Odysseus is Jake the Snake in this guy.
Jesus.
Some poor-looking Mormon kid. He's probably
I'm
about...
just going to walk up and look at them and just shake my head and say, why?
This is...
Is he passed out yet?
He's about to be. One more round of this stuff.
John, what were you going to say?
I'm going to tell him to stop. Unless Cassie wants to do that.
John, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just saying I was only going to hold him until he passed out. I don't want to kill him.
I mean, at this point, it's too late for us to not have him pass out. So that has to happen.
Yeah, so Gears is like, no, man, don't do this. Don't do this. Sonny's like, it's too late now. And Odysseus is like, throws him off to one side.
But I mean, we could have at least got some information from him.
No.
No?
No.
All right, so you guys are standing. The door, because it's shut down, is staying open. So you guys can see into this area. There are 4 doors over here that are all shut. They look like they go into some sort of main sitting area. You know by what you've seen that there are these people aren't actually supposed to be by the door. They're supposed to be hanging out, tending and cleaning up the pew areas. This is where they're supposed to be at. But there's 2 people in this big pew area over here.
Okay. So before we go any further, Sonny's gonna be like, look, this isn't a job for wet work. This is a straight, we're gonna go in, we're gonna find this guy, and we're gonna bring him out. I really don't need to have a whole bunch of news cameras on this once we leave.
I wasn't gonna kill him.
I mean, I was just gonna, like... I was just gonna make it turn blue. It's fine, right?
So, do you want to talk to the next one?
Why don't... There's 2 people in the church, right? Is that
Yes.
what we call it?
We'll call it a church.
There's 2 people in the church right now. Just let me go in there. Let me see if they know this guy, and then we'll move on. Okay.
All right, so you guys are gonna. Who's gonna hang back with, or who's gonna go with Sonny? Let's see a show of hands. Who's going with Sonny as she walks in to talk? All right, Pollux is going with you.
Okay.
I mean, who does she want to come with her?
Nobody.
All right, so
Nobody.
Sonny begins to walk over here at this point in time, and Pollux, you're following. She turns and goes, "What are you doing? Stay here."
I went by the front door. I went by the
I have eyes on her. It's fine. She'll be fine.
All right, so you walk up. We're gonna move you through these doors. I'm assuming that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Zoe, you've now put a clip on and you've caught up to people. Or are you staying outside?
Bye, Zoe.
I'm going to be crouching by the door. Just kind of like...
You mean the stairwell here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're staying in. Okay.
Okay, so how are these people dressed?
They're wearing button-up shirts, black pants. They're cleaning the pews at this point in time, straightening out books. One of them is laying out extra books and pamphlets and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the priest or the pastor or whoever this guy's is. I'm gonna grab his Bible, and I'm gonna straighten my clothes up, make sure I look appropriate.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk in.
Okay. As you walk in and whatnot, one of them continues to do his work. The other one stops, looks up, and sits there and says, "Evening? I'm sorry, we're not open to the public right now."
Oh, good evening. I'm actually here for a Bible study session with Pastor
Cohen.
With Pastor Cohen.
You mean Reverend Cohen? We're Methodist. We don't have pastors.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure they do.
I looked it up.
They do?
Google told me different. What's that?
I was Methodist. It's a Reverend.
Okay, then Reverend. Yeah. Then she would say that she's.
Because Google wouldn't lie to me.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I figured that everything outside of the, like, Catholic and then like one other thing was all pastors. So that's my.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. But he smiles and seeing that he's like, "Oh no, it's a Reverend. How did you get by?" And he kind of stops and he's kind of like rolling his finger, pointing beyond you because he's thinking, there's somebody watching the door. How did?
No, because
he would say, what? No, he wouldn't ask that. He just walk over and goes, "Bible study this late at night? I did not know of one."
It was a private session.
All right, go ahead and make your negotiations roll.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Okay, he sits there and he still seems a little perplexed. He's like, I can go see if the Reverend's available. But I did not know he had a. He's looking at a little folded up piece of paper from his pocket. He's like, nothing's. Yeah. Why don't you stay right here and I'll.
Well, you can just tell me where he is, and I can let him know that I'm here.
Oh no, you shouldn't be walking around the church this late at night.
She's gonna work her little. What is that spell again? Influence.
Influence.
Yeah.
You're gonna influence him to make this decision.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the group, I'm gonna ask the people around me. Do you think we should hide his body in case they come walking by?
You could throw him in the van with Dick.
Put him under the desk or something.
So I'm gonna suggest we just prop him up in the chair like he fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, John. Yeah, Odysseus would be the expert on body placement.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys back there are gonna prop him up in the chair, put the book in his hand, and he's like this.
So,
all right, so pick your rating, your force. Remember, if it goes over your magic.
I'm gonna do 5.
All right.
And then it's this plus my magic, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And that says. So it's 11 now.
Okay.
Okay, so 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't think he can make that. Nope, he only gets 3. So you're influencing him to say.
So just let it. If you would just let me know where to find him, I can go. You know, I see you that you're very busy. I don't want to bother you. This is a.
So you just want him to tell you where he's
Yes.
at. He will say he's in the kitchen,
Oh, thank you so much.
and he'll actually probably because you got 2 successes. He'll point over to this door over here being the kitchen. He's over in the kitchen. He points over there like that.
Okay. And based on where the cameras are placed, would Zoe have a feed on the direction where I would be walking? Because I'll probably will they know that they can just walk through this nursery?
She has seen a current blueprint of the fire escape plan, so she will know how to get into the kitchen area, but there are no cameras that point in that direction. She knows she'd have to go through the nursery, and this door at the back of the nursery leads into the kitchen area.
Okay. Well, I am going to hope that they know what they're doing, and then I'll head towards the door where he pointed at.
Okay, so you're going to head from here over to there. So let's jump over to the other group. You guys are currently dressing a man in a chair. Zoe, you're aware of the comm as they're busy talking about, no, more natural because if he's like this, yeah. As they're arguing about how to prop an unconscious man up. What do you want to do, Zoe?
I'm gonna tap him and say, "Come on, it's time to roll."
All right. So you guys are going to enter into the nursery with Zoe at the lead. Let me see if I can do this for you guys real quick.
Stealth in there.
Or you can put me in. Sweetheart, you have no, it's not me.
I'll just go ahead and delete that one. Doesn't need to be there. Delete that one as well. And delete that one. There we go. That open some doors up. And you know that this door leads into the kitchen area. So do you guys want to stealth as you move through the nursery? It seems to be unoccupied. None of the cribs have infants in it. I know you guys like to shoot babies.
Oh, I didn't do my drain.
Yes,
Those
you
were
need
teenagers shot.
sticking shot to the head.
Yeah, but they were almost adults. They were pre-adults.
Yes.
It's the same number of
Yeah.
dice. It's just.
It's your charisma
Oh, right.
and your willpower. And you get to add that other guy in because of your initiate.
Okay.
Oh, Miss Snorty. GM Cat is trying to sleep.
BM cat is adorable. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4.
So you take 1 stun. Because your force rating was
Okay.
5. Unless it says specifically that the drain is force minus
Oh, it's
something.
-2.
So yeah, you don't take anything.
I'm sorry, 1.
Yeah, then you're still fine.
Okay.
All right, you guys move over to this door. You move over to that door. And as you're about to open this door, we'll put you right about here. The door opens up, and on the other side is the target. There we go. He comes stepping out as you're walking up to this point in time.
Okay. So, looks like she is going to do some quick conning.
All right, you guys are at that door. I'm going to go ahead and open it because you're at that point.
Reverend Cohen!
He's kind of stops and kind of tilts back. Evening.
It's so good to see you again.
He raises an eyebrow. I apologize. I have forgotten your face as well as your name. Uh-oh. GM Cat has come to inspect.
Yes. Sorry, go ahead, John.
I was just going to say that 4 successes was for a sneaking roll I made.
Got it.
So she's gonna throw out a name, like...
Con. You're doing a con.
I'm doing a con.
Remember, your totem gives you bonuses.
Yeah. So... Oh, we spoke earlier this week about... You know...
Go ahead and make a charisma plus your con.
Yeah.
kind of throwing out names and seeing if you can get him to respond from anything.
Mm-hmm. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 8. And my first impression is 2. Then my mentor spirit does
An extra dice.
an extra dice.
Of course, your limit's still your social, but it just allows you to push
1,
farther
2,
to your
3,
social.
4 successes.
Okay.
Find that dice.
All right.
All the way under there. I don't get it right now.
Okay. He sits there and goes, I apologize. As he stops and he's kind of looking around, you can see he looks over his shoulder just a little bit. John, as you've got the door creaked and you're starting to move in, you can see he's like, I apologize, but his head snaps quickly as he realizes, you can see he's looking out the back corner of his eye as if he's maybe heard something, but he isn't looking in the direction of you. I apologize. You caught me off guard, and I'm unaware of who and what you were speaking of, but this private Bible study is not beyond my capacity this late at night. We normally have hours up until 6 p.m. Maybe if we make plans for something tomorrow?
Well, I'm busy tomorrow. That's why we had thought about, tonight, I thought. And do you think maybe we could just go sit and have a coffee 15, 20 minutes? I brought my Bible and everything.
He sits there and looks at the Bible and looks at you. All right. All right, he's like, of course we can go have a sit right over here in this lounge. You see there's some chairs here. Right?
Okay.
So, all right, so let me do something real quick. That's the one I want. We'll do this. I'll delete that. This is a small lounge with some chairs in it. So it's like, yes, come, please, let's go sit in here. And what do the rest of you guys want to do as he is leading and Sunny is following with her new Bible into this little sit room? John, Sarah?
Can I shut
Yeah.
the door to the church behind me?
Yeah.
Okay.
After Sonny goes through the door following him, I'll go through the door into the kitchen. And is there a window on the door directly across the room from me to see what's on the other side of it?
Wait, here?
No, directly to the north of where I'm standing.
Here? It's got a sign on it that says bathroom.
Okay, then I'll go up to the corner of the door they just went through.
Okay. All right, Pollux.
I'm gonna follow behind Odysseus.
Okay.
I'm following him too.
All right, so everybody's piling into this hallway. This door right here is shut, just to let you know. Sunny shut it as they walk through, and so Sunny and this guy are stepping into this room. All right.
I can't move my icon, so.
I can't find your icon.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, there it is.
He probably got stuck in the wall.
You probably got, yeah, that happens, getting stuck in the wall sometimes. So you guys have moved up to this point in time. You're all harboring into this room. Hopefully nobody walks in and sees this. Hi.
Hey, guys.
Quick, choke him out. Choking monkey, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Crouching Shadowrunner choking monkey. Yes.
Now, if I knew that they were coming in,
You're on live comm.
yeah, I don't know if I would have followed him into that room. I probably would have let somebody else go in and take him out faster because, I mean, what am I going to... I don't even have my gun.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you know that they're coming in, so you get to about here, and you're going to let maybe Odysseus and Rhett jump in quickly?
Yes. I mean, they did such a great job on that one poor innocent bystander. Why not another?
Okay. Great. All right, so you still have 4 stealth. He didn't make a good perception. He does have an idea that thought he heard something behind him, so that was what his kind of half glance over his shoulder. But no, he didn't detect you. You will have a surprise on him.
So my pistol has a silencer on it, but using my knowledge of in security training, would using my pistol with the silencer still be loud enough to alert the guys in the main church room?
They have a chance to hear it, yeah.
And remember, also, are you using your stick and shock with a silencer, or are you trying to actually shoot him? Because we're supposed to bring him back alive.
Yeah, no, stick and shock is always in the pistol.
Oh, right.
I mean, I can just come up behind him and choke him out like I did the last guy.
Sure.
Alright, so I roll an unarmed attack then?
Yes, you're unarmed plus your strength. Unarmed plus agility.
Oh, man.
And then acid him to the face. Wait.
Okay, 3. So your strength plus 3 is 6 versus his physical limit. You jump onto his back, wrap your arm around his neck, pull back. He leans back just a little bit. You begin choking into it, and you can feel his neck muscles begin going from like old and frail to almost strong and sinuous as he begins flexing. And you're like, holy crap! And he's starting to lean a little bit forward and pick you up just a little bit. He's shorter than you, but he's not actually picking you up off the ground. All right, so surprise round's over. Now it's initiative.
I got 13.
14.
Odysseus is 27.
I got a 12.
And Nick is in the car, and then what is this guy's name again?
Cohen.
Cohen.
Or Chunk,
Chunk.
if you want to call him Chunk.
Okay. And what did he get?
22.
Okay. And anybody else?
I'm not going to worry about the little
Okay. Then
attendants in the other room.
Odysseus.
I'm going to continue trying to choke him out.
All right. You can follow again by doing a unarmed combat plus your. It's no longer technically. I mean, yeah, I guess it's agility still because you're trying to retain hold onto him and get a better roll than what you had last time. What do we get? 5 plus your strength of 8. You bear in, you grab your arm, you crunch as hard as you can, and it feels like you're wrapping around a steel pole at this point. Yeah, it is unnatural, and that's about the best description I can give you. And although he should be struggling and fighting, he's kind of like not. He's kind of methodically dug his fingers in, and he's trying to pull at this point against your arm. So, I do believe subduing is a complex action. Well, it's unarmed. Let's check that real quick. Yes, it's complex, so you only have a free action left. Do you have anything you want to do as a free action?
Drawing my pistol makes it a simple action, correct?
No, yeah, that's a simple action. You don't have one of those.
I'm gonna say it in German. He's fracking strong.
So nobody understands you to help. Good. Excellent.
Okay. As a complex action, because he's next on 22,
yes, he
right?
is. Mm-hmm.
He's going to attempt to break free, and it's his unarmed plus his strength. Did I write down an unarmed form? Yeah, he does have an unarmed. 6. 9. And his limit is physical, and he's trying to beat a threshold equal to the net hits scored from the attacker's original grapple test, which your original grapple test was 3. So he wants to try to beat 3 at this point in time. So he grabs your arm and he pulls it back and says, "Get off me!" And he throws you off to one side. What you all see is he whips Odysseus off and flings him across the room. Like Odysseus is a rag doll. Odysseus hits the far wall, which is, we'll say, a d6. For left is odd. Odd it is. So left would be in this direction. These walls over here are those folding curtain walls. You know, they kind of pull back and forth to make rooms bigger. And to his left-hand side, you hit those, and so it basically moves them and whatnot. And so you like hit the ground and catch yourself. This guy threw really hard. And he turns around, looks at you, and now he's got his back to the wall, and he's facing the doorway where Odysseus is, and I'm assuming, Rhett, maybe you were coming in next?
Well, but Sunny's next, actually.
Okay, so whoever is next in the doorway, he's facing that person and kind of keeping a glance toward Odysseus. "Hands off me, child of Satan!"
What? God. Oh, shit. Is anything about this seem unnatural to Sunny at this point?
I would say yes. This man, who's probably in his 60s, just threw a healthy young Odysseus across the room a short distance, and it looked as if it was easy for him.
Actually, before we go into that, if there was no gunfire, does her combat paralysis kick in still anyways? If it does, I mean, that's...
I think combat paralysis revolves around gunfire. Let's check real quick, and if it doesn't, then we'll make a decision at that point. If I can find it. Hold, please. A character with combat paralysis freezes in combat on a character's first initiative test. Divide by half. Doesn't say anything about gun combat.
Okay,
it's
so
paralysis.
It's probably anything.
You know, during the surprise round, I can see no, but once things kind of turn and they look like they're actually starting to get intense, then yes. So,
okay,
yeah.
So then I'm going to just go ahead and mark myself down to the next one. So then it will be Pollux.
Alrighty.
So she's gonna She's gonna stagger back out of the way because that's fucking weird.
We'll zoom in just a little bit.
Also, it's 10:02.
I know. We'll go for about another 10 minutes, if that's okay with everybody.
Me.
Okay.
I want to get
What's
to
going on? I was gone for 5 seconds.
We're going to continue for another 10 minutes to try to get through this combat. So let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna walk into the room past Sunny.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ask, do we really need him to have legs?
Yeah.
You sure? Because he's not gonna go down easy. I don't think he needs legs.
All right, well, as a free action, he'll say, "Hold, I mean no harm to any of you. Harm me not, children of Satan, and I shall harm you not." All right, so what do you want to do, Pollux? Because, he's just yelling in free action.
Alright, well, I'm going to attempt to grapple him as well. I'm a little physically stronger than Odysseus, so...
All right.
Do that. So, I'm gonna go for legs.
Going for his legs. Dive bound for the legs. Unarmed plus agility.
And unarmed. I'm not gonna get him.
You're calling. What's that?
Only got 3 dice. I might not even grab them. If I can grab them, I might be able to take them down.
Two successes. What's your strength?
Damn.
Strength's 4.
So 6 versus his physical. At this point in time, he does not miss a legs day, man. Not at all.
Oh, geez.
You grab him by the legs at this point in time. He's not fighting you to the degree, like, you know, throwing you off quickly. He's just kind of like staring at you like, you know, what do I do? With his hands up. I mean, so, who's after? That's a complex action for him. You have a free action, so you could probably say, I got him!
I got it, guys.
I got him! I got him!
Oh shit. Odysseus. I was actually supposed to go before Pollux. I have to remember the order, how this order works.
Okay.
So, but we'll just have Odysseus go next.
If I stick and shock this priest guy, am I gonna stick and shock Pollux now too?
No.
Or does it?
It doesn't work that way. It's not a cartoon.
All right. Yeah. Good. I'll draw my pistol and I'll stick and shock the guy in the back
Okay.
or the side, whichever is facing me.
It would be the front, because he's kind of facing both you and Pollux, but you have to, like, move around to get behind him if you want to do that.
He threw. Oh, okay. So he kind of threw me off diagonally.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then I will move to where I am right now, just so I can be like right angle to him from the door, and stick and shock him.
Okay, go for it. I can't think of any penalties. You're so damn close. But if you fail, you will shoot Pollux. Yeah, that's the penalty I can remember. Oh, there's somebody in melee combat with him. I think that's a 2, -2.
But he's down, like, on his knees. It's not even in the same...
Are you saying it's
Like
because...
a little kid holding
Because
on
he's
to
so
his head.
tiny.
Because he's
a
so
little,
tiny?
He's a little guy.
All right,
and he's on the ground.
All right, I'll give you no modifier then.
I mean, if he like critically fails or something, then mayhaps.
All right, 5 successes. What's the armor piercing value?
It's -5.
Okay. Um. 6, 9. So that's 3. Maybe 4 left over to his body. And how many is your total damage with your successes? Because he's not actually moving. He's not going to try to like dodge out of the way with it, because doing so he'd have to fight against Pollux, and Pollux is holding him still. Good job, by the way.
It would be 13 total.
Right. That's 7. That he's going to worry about. And then 5 from that 7, so... You stick and shock the side of his face and into his chest, and he thrashes with it for a moment, and as the bullets fall to the ground, you see popping and what like normal, but the man sits there and says, "Please stop whatever offense I have done to you. I do not deserve this disgrace in my own church." And yeah, he takes 1.
Can you hit him again?
Yeah, you can hit him again.
Oh, I thought drawing.
Oh no,
Oh,
he's right.
yeah,
Drawing
you're
is a sim. Yeah, so you draw and pop, pop, and shot him
so
once.
next is Gears.
All right. Tell me if I can do this. I want to come into the room with my gun, my pistol drawn, and point it and get right up to him and put it right up to his face.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yep, that's your whole round though.
And then I'm gonna say, if you don't resist, no harm will come to you. And I got the gun right up to his face.
Sweet. Make a charisma plus negotiations roll. Do you have negotiations?
Yes, I have
he has, like, 1
negotiations.
point.
Yeah, I know. He
Yeah.
bought 1 point into his something.
And 3 in charisma, so that's 5 total.
Roll your 5 dice.
One success.
All right. He sits there and says, as you put the gun right up to his head, he's just like, I will not resist you. I wish no harm to come to me, but please, please just leave me and my people be. I apologize for whatever transgressions I have brought to you for such a terrible thing. You can see that he has a little bit of maybe fear in his face, but he seems almost immune to anything you guys have done to him at this point.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I want to...
Except for the fact that, Gears has a gun in his face. He does seem to be a little bit fair. He's moved back at this point in time.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Zoe and Chunk are the next.
Can I also say to the other two, like, I'm going to say to, like, Pollux, just let go, and I'm going to keep the gun to his face. So, like, with a free action, I guess, I'm going to tell Pollux to let go of him.
Yeah, you can do that, and he can do that with a free action. Zoe, did you want to do anything, Zoe?
Yeah, I want to take a, like, see if this dude is, like, cyberwared out.
You're going to look for some Wi-Fi on him?
Just cyberware, just cyberware in general.
No, you do a quick AR perception. By the way, you're coming up to your next 15-minute marker here, in about 10 minutes or so. So just, you kind of give a peek. If he's got anything running, it's all silent and invisible. And because of the way he looks, it's got to be some pretty high-end grade stuff like Deltaware or something. Because he looks perfectly normal.
Okay. Can I go ahead and roll, like, a matrix perception on him?
Yes, you
see
can.
If anything's...
Ooh! What a really nice roll! No. Yeah. Even if he's got Deltaware, that would have been able to perceive it with 9 successes.
Shit.
But he doesn't have anything?
Nothing. He's got no signals. He's got his phone on him.
I'm gonna sense.
When it's your turn.
It's Chunk's turn.
All right. Reverend Cohen's sister looks at you and says, looking at you, Gears, specifically, he says, I am so sorry whatever I have done. I know I have in the past been not a very good man, and I have made terrible mistakes, and please forgive me for them. I am so sorry. That's actually his only action.
So after him is Sunny, finally. Now she's like, oh, he's not doing anything.
Yeah, he's been standing there with his hands up the entire time trying to stand. Since this has only been one combat round, the people in the other room just heard the bullets. Poo, poo, poo! The sounds from the gun being fired. They're like, what was that? Yeah.
Sunny is going to step forward, and she's going to be like, we're not the ones that you need to apologize to.
He sits there and says, I do not understand what you are referring to. But if there is something I can do to make amends, I would be more than happy to. I want to be just a peaceful man.
You could come with us and apologize to our employer. Maybe that's all.
He sits there and says, fair enough. He holds his hands together and says, take me, angels of my doom, for I am ready to battle Satan in his own house.
Shit.
All right, and we'll close with Pollux having a chance to, as you're sitting on the ground, pulling yourself back a little bit, and you sense, no man stands before you, but you see a fuse between a human spirit and an insect.
Oh, fuck me.
All right, endgame.
And we're done here.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I had a great amount of fun. This was great getting through the ganger fight and getting up to this point in time. No karma because the mission's not over. Actually, no, I take that back. I will give everyone a feel-good karma for saving Jiffy.
Aww.
You get a karma for saving Jiffy.
I'm gonna get some weird emails from him, man.
You're like, was that you?
So I heard you were dead. Is it real? I mean, is this true? You know, that kind of situation. Then your cat's going to respond to the emails going, yes, it's so true, and I've missed you. We should get together and hang out.
Oh my god.
That would be great, Zoe. And you're going to come back and there's going to be like this love triangle thing going on between you and the cat, and the cat's just like, tuna, or else. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us. Those of you who are on Twitch, anybody got some say before we go?
Okay, well, Ekid, he was saying that was awesome. So.
I'm sorry for drawing on your map. You sounded angry. I was just playing.
Doodle away, man. Doodle away. I can delete it.
Alright. You ready to
Yep,
call it?
I'm ready to end the stream.
Alright, thank you so
All right,
much,
good night,
everybody.
everyone.
Good
Bye, everyone.
night. Thanks for joining us.